you take two. That way
Okay.
you can get all the
All right.
info.
Here we are.
Here we are,
Here we
What's
are.
up,
bitches.
bitches? We're gonna drink some beer.
Yes.
We're gonna talk beer. And let's see.
We
got Bob
finally have
Fullmer.
Kat in one of our shows.
Kat's
Hey.
gonna be in a show.
Patty, look, there's a spot.
Patty's gonna be on
Kat,
the
did
show.
you come out for me?
Donna's gonna be on
I
the
did.
show.
Oh, that's so nice. You didn't?
I did.
Oh, yay.
Well, this is
Cool.
Kenny's seat.
Oh,
nice.
well then,
I have to sit next to my boyfriend.
That's right.
What's up? That way now the fire blocks the camera.
That's right.
You can't see me at all. All right, so we're here. We're here with part 2 of our
Yes.
beer special.
Yes.
Because we did a couple weeks ago. We went out to where did we go?
Ridley Creek State Park,
Ridley Creek
the
State
Colonial
Park.
Plantation.
Yes, we went out there and we met Bob the first time, and
Oddly enough, I met him for the first time too. And tonight, I met him for the first time.
That's right. So there's a lot of firsts going on.
That's crazy.
first.
And Kat's out for the first time. Donna and Patty, our wives, are going to be on the show for the first. Well, Donna's already been on there many times, but first time
Been on
outside.
the show.
Last time Donna was dancing in the background.
That's right.
yeah, I did see him.
We had music going for our pre-show.
Will they be dancing tonight? That's what I want
There
to know.
might be.
Oh, right.
We got
How much beer
we got
we drink?
drinks, so
You might even catch Kenny and I dance
I don't
together.
know.
So
I
our
wanna
first show, we talked about the history of beer and brewing. We went from medieval times and modern times. You told us about the differences. We had a lot of fun. We even helped a little bit.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, it was good.
We spooned some water. We spooned it into the big pop. Yes. So
It was
we
a
had
thrill
good
to
time.
use that spoon of doom, wasn't it?
Yes.
It
Yeah.
felt like a weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it did.
one of the questions that you mentioned earlier before the video started, that you boil beer.
Yes.
Why would you boil beer?
Okay, so if you just like got hot water, and you got like just tap water, and you made it as warm as you could, and you put that on oatmeal, how's that going to taste?
I hate
It might be.
oatmeal.
It might
It'd be
be.
chunky.
It might be
Yeah.
okay. It might be okay, but you're not going to get the same quality that you'll get from boiling water that pull that sugar off of the grain, and that's exactly what happens in beer. In addition to a chemical reaction called protein break, which is bringing beer down from its super high temperature to as low as you can get it. There's a chemical reaction that I've known absolutely nothing about. Because like we talked before about, I call myself I'm a Renaissance brewer. I'm gonna use what I know works,
Okay.
and what I've been taught, what I've seen, and even things that I've read, and I'm gonna go about it. The chemical process, hey man, those folks that are into the chemistry of it, you can tell me all you want about what it is, and that's great. But for me, I like kind of what the medieval folks did, man. They made good beer and they made bad beer, but they made good beers without knowing chemical equations.
Cool.
And for me, it's all about the process and learning, hey, this worked last time, and I'm going to do it again. So to answer your question, it helps break down the sugars that are needed to create alcohol and flavor.
Dude, he's making noise.
Tell me. Even though I just had a... Yeah, I just
thought
ate
you
a
made the
gobbler.
noise. You're blaming you.
My stomach just went, even though I had a
all
full
him.
gobbler sandwich. That was amazing. It's like I'm on a ghost hunt.
Wawa Gobbler, unofficial sponsor
I
of the brewery.
love Wawa. I don't get the cranberry in it, but I like the hot turkey.
See, I never liked cranberry before, and
Now you like it in the gobbler.
I got it on there, and I was like,
so
it
good.
brings it out. I was
Yeah.
like, wow, this is
Yes.
pretty good. But otherwise, I don't eat cranberry.
And it goes great with beer.
Well,
Right.
Dude, what doesn't go great with beer?
Exactly.
Cat's got a
Boiling
question.
of water to bring out flavors to make sure the sugar's working properly with your grain, right?
Well, kind
Or
of.
are you taking the sugars out of
Just
the
the
grain?
way you put it. Okay. If I have grape juice, you don't need to do anything to grape juice to pull sugar out of it because it's already going to have a sweet flavor.
Right.
If you eat grain, you'll get a flavor, but it's not super sweet. If I add hot water to it, like you would on oatmeal, that's going to extract more sugar, and that's the process.
Okay.
How much, the temperature of that water, how long you let that rest, all those factors involve how much sugar you're pulling out of your beer, and that creates a different flavor profile in addition to the type of grain you're using.
I was gonna say, and then the grain.
Exactly.
To pick, like, whether or not you have a dark brew or a
Right.
light brew.
Right.
So when you got in, I'm assuming you've been doing this for more than 1 year.
Did you even watch the last
No,
show?
no, shut up. There's some people
Did you
who,
watch it?
Hush.
You suck.
Shut
We're
up.
not going to rehash
There's some people who
everything.
I'm sorry.
Mr.
I'm
Lou.
sorry. I forgot.
No,
Lou
because,
does his research during the show.
Because there's some people who haven't watched it before.
What if this is their first show that they've ever watched?
Well, they need to watch
And then you go watch
episode
part
1 first.
I said part 2.
Well,
You know
So-
how long-winded the shows are?
exactly.
Because he doesn't shut
But in regard, you shut up. So,
Save
in
the
regards
time to
the-
drink.
Now, when
You
you
know
said
what?
Renaissance, right?
It tells
I
me
call it a
that
I'm a
show,
Renaissance
and then
brewer,
he's
yes.
asking
Now, have you ever gone back into the books to see how they do? I mean, did you pull
Oh,
like a
yeah.
recipe from them and
Yes.
say, "Wow, this is lost art. I want this recipe for this type of flavored beer. I'm gonna recreate it
Yes.
or try to."
Oh, yeah.
today."
Yes, I've done it. In fact, I've done, I belong to a medieval society, and they're highly, their deals are like, if you want to excel in the science in this society I belong to, you have to do that. Like, you have to be, like, that's why, like, the blend of history and beer came together for me in 1995. All right, and that's that. Yeah, no, it really was, because like it was just the interest, the fact that people have been drinking beer for a long time, and you know, longer than they first anticipated. They thought, you know, there was always a battle between wine and mead, which was a bit longer. Now they're finding out that beer's been around just as long as any of them. But at any rate, you know, the process that they used, and we talked about this on the video. You know, making beer is the same as it was then and it is now, like with the exception of better methods and cleaner methods, more efficient methods. I mean, heat up grain, however you do it, with water. Separate the grain from the water, which is called wort. Heat it up. If you put your spices in, hops, whatever, let it cool. Now, they didn't add yeast because they didn't know what the heck yeast was. They didn't know what, they knew just, hey, I let that sit for a couple days and it's going to make me feel good and I can drink it and not die. You know, so you know, but you know, when I call myself a Renaissance brewer, I don't, the chemical reactions can help you. Like, if you know the chemistry, I believe you probably could make really specific, excellent recipes, might even be able to make better, more appropriate recipes. But for me, it's taste and move forward. Taste and move forward. Document. Taste and move forward. And then, you know, you guys are going to try a nut brown. That went through 7 recipe changes. You know, that we did.
Now, when you say I went through 7 recipe changes, are you saying, are we talking a span of weeks, months?
Months. Because, like, you got to realize, like, you know, it takes, you know, if you're going to bottle, it's a 5-week process normally. It's really 3 weeks in process and 2 weeks in aging and carbonating in the bottle if you're using bottles. But you know, taking it out, trying it, letting it age 2 weeks, drinking it. Oh, okay, well, this would have been better, sweeter. Or this needs more hops. Or this, where do we add? Like, when do we want to add the honey to pull the flavor? Because we add a pound of honey in this 5-gallon recipe. Now you'll barely catch that, and the intent is to sweeten it a little bit, give it a little bit more kick, and to give it a profile. It's got a little bit more body on the mouth. It coats the tongue, and that's the honey's job, and that's what it does. And hopefully you'll see that tonight. But you know,
Honey coats the tongue.
that's
That's what honey does.
exactly.
That's what he does.
So it's good. I feel like there's some little story behind that. I don't know. Not for
in the wrong way.
Yeah, that's right.
Making everything.
So
a dirty
yeah, I
joke.
mean, so they did the same thing. I mean, and maybe on a lot less scale for them. I mean, for the Middle Ages and colonial, unless they were brewing on a production level. They drank. I mean, I'm sure that they had times that it was really good, and probably times that it didn't turn out so good because it got an infection. But they still drank it. Their palate, I'm sure, was different than ours.
Now, again, we're going to go back to the history of it. Was there a difference in the way beer was made, let's say, versus colonial America versus the British versus Europe? You know, or was it all the same?
Okay, just show you, just to give you an idea. And we talked about this before.
I'm asking in case somebody doesn't watch.
the thing is, with not much changed from Middle Ages to colonial America, because the biggest innovation of beer in the Middle Ages was hops. When they started adding hops, it changed the face of beer. It created, and it became less of a woman's job in a kitchen to a man's job where they were using it for industry.
You need to start making beer, Donna.
Back in the kitchen. Make some beer.
That's all you're getting. That's all you're getting.
No, but see, then the guy said, now she can have more children. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, I'm only kidding, but no,
Bada bing.
there's some
Bada
truth
bing.
to that. But anyway, get back in the kitchen and take those shoes off. All right. I don't. She's got a hot poker.
Ah, yeah, you better watch it.
There'll be a woman.
Some hot coals.
No, and they know. I think they know. They've only known me for a short time, but I don't mean that.
On this show, on
Not
this thing,
in front of the women
everything
here, anyway. Anyway, so just
Who
kidding.
means it?
Yeah, I mean, the methods got better. Back in the Middle Ages, having a second pot to brew beer in might have been very difficult. They might have brewed it all, and they brewed it. I have a illumination of a monk from the 13th century making beer in one big kettle. Now we can't tell if it's iron, or copper because it's a black and white
Yeah.
illumination.
Damn black
But
and white.
if you see, why didn't they just take a picture, man?
Yeah,
right.
take a picture.
Take out the video camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Satellite images and shit.
yeah, what's up with that?
That was gangster. You say it and shit.
Yeah.
That's for Chris Webber.
That's son.
Yeah, unofficial sponsor number 2.
So yeah, I mean, and as they, so copper kettles may have become more accessible during the colonial America than maybe in the Middle Ages. I don't know the details of that, but the like an iron kettle, if iron. The old iron had like ridges, like not ridges, but it was. Have you ever felt old iron kettles? They almost get ridgy on the inside, which could have held contaminants. They couldn't have been able to clean that very well. But again, you're still heating it up, so a lot of your bacteria is still going to go away. We had, every time I'm around you guys, the fire like follows you.
I know, right?
But anyway, poor cat. But anyway,
Suck it up.
It's for the show.
Yeah.
When do we get to taste the beer? Yeah, we want beer.
that's whenever.
And when Lou stops asking questions.
Hey, no, man.
asking
I gotta
questions.
ask people who've never watched
I like
it.
their cider.
I know.
That's a
Here
red.
for beer.
Red's just,
We want
red's really a
We
cider.
should stop asking questions. Let's start sampling some beer,
Yeah,
and then
let's
you can ask
sample
more
and
questions.
talk
Oh
while
my
we're
God.
sampling.
Well, did I answer your question? I was
Yes.
kind of getting around to
No.
the equipment got better. And just to finish this
It's just
piece.
these 2 haters over here.
No, they want to drink. Like if you, when like the Middle Ages, they didn't have auto siphon or like siphons. They didn't know anything about it. So for them to get the beer to the barrel or the beer to the device, they had to scoop it or pour it. You know what I mean? And if you think about, okay, well, now we want it to cool, they're not going to lift if you try to lift and pour even an 8-pound iron kettle, it's dangerous. Like, it's hot, so you got to let it cool. But now you got to find a way to get that wort, that unfermented beer into where it's going to ferment. And so they would scoop it one at a time, or use clay pitchers or whatever they had to get it. Where today, we have like home brewers, we got auto siphons and electric pumps, and the process is so much quicker and cleaner. So that's mostly what you're looking at as you go through time. When you look at the Middle Ages, go into colonial America to modern day, you see cleaner, more efficient methods of creating beer. That's really the big difference.
Success rate of the microbrews, like most businesses, I think it's like 95%. Like businesses, microbrews that open are successful. It's a business that really can't fail. It's
Well,
very rare.
please don't say that out loud because
Knock on wood.
yeah, because I'm hoping that stays true. And,
Hey.
But yeah, I mean, and if you think like we're today, it kills me. We are living in the golden age of beer. I can't think of the name of the guy, Metcalf, Jim Metcalf, Mr. Metcalf, Dr. Metcalf. Delaware brewing historian, said we're living in the golden age of beer. But because we're making more beer now than we did, but you have to understand, pre-prohibition, and I'm going to get this number wrong,
It's all right.
but it was like 90, there were
We don't judge.
90 breweries in Philadelphia alone before Prohibition. Okay, Prohibition destroyed brewing industry in America, just destroyed it, because they couldn't hold out long enough. That's why a lot of these big beer companies, the big ones like Anheuser-Busch, those guys, they make so much that they were okay, but there were other ones that tried to make soda, there were other ones that tried to do other things, and it was just, they just died out.
Well,
And,
rest in peace, because Guildhall closed.
Yeah.
And that was so sad for us, but I heard a lot, like right in the beginning, they were having, they messed a little bit with the first brews,
I think
and
they're
then
trying
they
to tell you
tried
something.
to water it down, and that didn't help. So.
All right, wait, you know what? I have a great idea. Why don't we open some beer?
Yeah, that'd be an idea.
Oh,
That would be a great idea.
I'm surrounded by haters.
You are.
haters!
All right, so let's see.
Let's check it
Let's
out.
open some beer.
No, we gotta grab the camera here.
Well, we can just bring it back.
Yeah, we can bring it back over here. We need to go to that plastic tiki bar of yours.
Excuse me? The what now?
See, the alcohol is already starting to fight.
What's your problem?
It doesn't matter, it doesn't take much for Lou.
Let's start off with the Belgian. How many restaurants?
Are we moving over there? I think so.
Are we moving to the bar?
No, let's. Do you guys want to do the bar? I
Get
don't.
everybody at the bar.
Okay.
Okay, I'm cool with that. And then I got a seat over here because nobody wanted to sit with me.
I'm
So
sitting with you.
no, you are.
Do we need
See,
cups
I'm not
on the
here.
floor?
Yes, I just
You're a hater.
didn't have enough hands. Are you all gonna partake?
We're all
Yes,
gonna
please.
partake. She's already partaking.
Some people don't like beer. Are you kidding? The only thing I don't have, I brought a bottle of mead tonight too. So I don't have a church key for that. So I will need a bottle opener.
Oh, I must say too, this is a special black and white episode because being outside, we don't have a lot of light, so I'm filming in black and white.
Awesome. We're back in prohibition time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's old
Where's
school
our
tonight.
music?
It's old school.
I'm not giving you a whole bunch. I want to make sure everybody, but there should be some left over if anyone chooses that they like this. I'm sorry, like you gave me one. And,
That's okay. Pass it around. Pass it around.
You shut up. Whatever.
so just a little history.
Take
Yo, Blue
beer,
Moon.
Pass it around.
Blue Moon. I'm not comparing this recipe to Blue
and then
Moon,
get another round.
On the wall.
We're waiting for everybody to get their drink.
but Blue Moon. This was their
I
first.
love Blue Moon.
This was their first time. I'm not saying it tastes like Blue Moon, but I am saying that the style
It's the same.
is the same. And there will be more. You know, if you guys want more, I
There
promise.
will be more.
I got.
I really like the smell. Smell it.
That's not something I ever hear Lou say.
I can,
We'll share.
I'd like to
one.
Well, she agreed.
we can measure the
No, I'm good. Well,
That's right.
It smells good.
yeah, absolutely.
We can, chip,
Yeah,
chip.
we can share.
You know what else we should have? We should have a little water out here.
Okay, I get one.
But here, wait.
Whoa, whoa,
At least
okay.
get your.
Yes, get your cup.
Yeah.
Everybody's got one, right?
Yes.
You need one.
Yeah.
Gross.
And what is this again?
This is called a Belgian wit. It's a wheat beer. We're going to start off with our wheat beers tonight. All right.
Wait,
What's
wait.
really?
We need a slice of orange.
I'm smelling it.
You-
What
you
You can actually do that, but I'd rather you
You're
not,
almost
because I want you to get the true flavor.
I've been spilling
I want you to get the true
How
flavor.
about it?
Just
Now, I want to tell you about this real quick. So it's got a wheat base, 60% wheat, 40% regular amber malt. This also has some Saaz hops, which is traditional for wheat beers. It's a German noble hop. And-
hops. I just want to say that. Saaz hops.
Saaz hop. And,
No break.
and it has coriander and orange peel in the finish.
okay, so that's.
All right,
that's
so when you
pretty
ask
well.
about an orange slice, common, orange peel's in this. It's going to have a citrus character to it. So I'm going to see how this tastes too, and we'll see what we get.
Let's go.
Cheers.
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 German
Cheers.
for.
Oh, I like it. You might have to leave some.
I got a couple bottles. Now, also understand,
Then it's sweet.
carbonation's a little low out here because it's not super cold. If we had put it in the fridge, I told you not to, but if you put it in the fridge, carbonation level would have kicked up a notch. But
Bam!
And if you don't like
This
it,
is good.
I'm not offended. Not-
No,
I call dibs
I can.
on
No,
this.
I called it
No,
already.
no, you
Your
didn't.
second
No.
did.
Swish it in your teeth.
She did.
Swish it in your teeth. Because
Hey,
I
nobody.
did it.
Look, it's on video, so you cannot.
Yes.
I can edit this.
Dibs.
So,
No!
This is how our show goes. It's crazy.
oh, it's good. It's
Who
fine.
said that?
So,
It's on tape that you did.
Nobility.
What nobility?
Can't get away
Are
with
we,
that.
should we get a
On
crown?
video.
Oh, you guys should. Yeah.
They're upstairs. Well, mine's upstairs. Where's yours?
Downstairs.
Never
Oh,
mind.
wow.
We got Burger King crowns.
Yes.
Oh God.
Yeah, I did it.
it's good to be the king.
It is. You get to drink beer.
Yeah.
I like
The
this.
king without beer. You
I
can
can
drink beer without
taste.
beer.
I can taste the orange
Yeah.
on this one, but like the peel, I can taste that. That is really good.
Thank you.
Now, what's the alcohol content?
Nobody cares.
Yes, we do.
Says the
How
man.
many do I have
Alcohol
to drink
man.
before I get trash?
This is a 4%. Now, you know,
Okay.
So
we're
it's like
drinking.
an IPA.
Yeah, I mean, this is a
Put it top
standard.
without being smashed.
Right. But, you know, the little bit we're going to be drinking, and if there's some left over and you guys want more, knock your socks off. But again, we're talking 4% and not a huge issue.
So something compared to, let's say, the mead that you brought. What's the?
Mead that's a sweet mead, 14% of mead. Now I have a braggot we're going to talk about.
That's why I wanted to show the comparison. Of,
Yeah.
Meade was also
Well-
Civil War general for the Union side.
He was.
Yeah, General
he
Mead,
was.
yeah.
Thank you.
How about
Maddie.
that?
Okay. Yeah, that's not what I was talking about. And
The
if
alcohol
you have 14% alcohol content,
Cheap
we would have been in big
Cheap
trouble.
date.
I was already drunk.
I have
That's my date.
so that's right. I can't have him.
Fall over and break his thumb, we're all good.
Braggot is 13% though. Now that's a blend of honey, wine, and beer. So
Right.
not braggart, braggot.
Braggett.
What are you trying to say?
Again.
We're going to
Braggett.
fight tonight.
His new nickname is Braggett.
That's right.
Again.
This is
You're
good.
welcome.
I really enjoyed this one.
This is for you.
Thank
Aw.
It's all yours.
I will put these two
I'm gonna put this right
back on the bar and grab the next one. Now what's interesting, the next one,
here. Do we need water?
I would say yes, so we can cleanse our palates. Because then we can
Cleanse our palates! Cleanse them!
They shall be cleansed for the nobility,
For the nobility!
for they are noble
They are noble.
and you're pure.
You are not.
No, I did.
Oh,
I did, but I wanted.
What happened?
We have to cleanse our palate. All smoke in the eyeballs.
See, there's a restaurant in Portland, Oregon, and they have the very best meat. Like, I would specifically go there so they could have, and they do it
Do
more.
you know the name of it?
she's drunk. She doesn't know her own name. She doesn't know. She's just making stuff up now.
You're making stuff up.
I can't remember.
This is true.
There's actually two. There's one where I
my
used to live, which was Boston, and then there was one over by
Not
the
yet.
grotto.
I had that gobbler.
But
So it's gonna keep the effects.
Now,
away
what's
for a while.
funny, I always ask, now, mead has come a long way in the past 10, 15 years. Because if you went to like the liquor store here in Pennsylvania and you were to go get a mead,
I would never do that.
it would say, if you read the bottle, what they're calling mead is honey flavored wine. And that is not mead.
No.
Okay, mead is fermented honey water.
Yes.
All right, so you always have to pay attention. It's almost false advertising, and I don't know how they can get away with
But
it.
that's why I would never go to the store and buy meat here.
Right.
Or even if you go to a restaurant and ask for a glass, or, a glass of mead, there are times you get it and you're like, this isn't, especially out here,
Right.
what you've been asking for, because meat is usually a little bit heavier.
Yes, I agree. I agree with that.
Texture-wise, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
But in that, white wine, mead can have a white wine quality. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
but you're definitely right. It coats the palate.
yes, well, that honey,
honey.
like you were talking about honey earlier, it's very distinctive. But if it's done right with the right spices,
That's
so-
perfect.
Honey,
Yes, dear.
Great.
would you like some honey?
Would you like some honey?
Would you like some water? Thank you,
For your water.
What the hell?
Water.
Danke.
One more.
Danke, thank you.
Dankeschön.
We're not talking about German.
Right.
We will be.
You're in America.
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 In your water, right in the
Yeah,
flower.
in America we got everybody.
Nope, not today. Just Mexicans and Americans.
That's right. I'm
And Italians.
And then I'll
Portuguese.
cleanse with
Portuguese.
No Dutch, though.
No Dutch.
Damn Dutch. I'm just kidding. I have
No.
idea.
So we were talking before you open, well, you open the next one. You're a history buff also.
Oh, yeah.
So what part of history is
Hey,
your...
everybody look at the camera and smile. Ready?
Well,
What part of history do you love? Military, or whichever.
Whichever.
I like military history, but I love history. Because the medieval society gives you a glimpse at pretty much all factors of middle-aged living. That doesn't sound right. It sounds like I should be in a retirement home.
Middle age.
I'm going to go to the middle-aged retirement facility.
We are all middle-aged at this meeting.
Here's to age.
Except for
Who's the
Chewy.
oldest one here?
Chewy's the youngest.
You are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. No, he's not.
You're
I
like
think he's younger than
63,
you.
right?
Whatever.
Dude, that's so wrong on many levels. All right. So anyway,
You.
Dude.
you're cut off, dude. I'm
That's
sorry.
right, man.
I'm cut
You
off.
are. You can't talk that way to
That's
him.
right. You can't
He's the
talk
one
about
that's
it.
drunk.
All in favor of Kenny being cut off.
And you
raise
cannot
your hand.
have like,
Oh, no.
like
That's
in
three
the
of us.
bar.
All in
I
favor of
can't-
kicking everyone out of the bar.
Oh, man.
Get
So I tell you, sorry, we're going nowhere. All right. So
If
anyway.
I go, you all go.
My side of the beer.
I have.
All right.
Oh, you know what we forgot?
Not that
What?
beer.
McDonald's cheeseburgers.
I just went to McDonald's.
All right.
You just told me.
That's later.
I know, but no
We
one's going to
can
be able
walk.
to drive.
We can walk. It's not that far.
You walk.
You walk.
I don't love walking.
Keep going. It's going to take you a while.
Thank you. And what is this?
So have you ever looked like...
Shut up. Stop
Shut up.
asking drinks.
We got to ask
Stop.
what it is.
That's what we do
Stop.
here.
I'm going to pour all these.
We ask questions.
I know about what we're doing.
That's what I'm leading up to.
I was going to ask that.
What were you gonna ask?
What are we drinking?
Beer.
Ding!
When are we drinking it?
Now!
When do we want it?
Now!
So what kind of beer are we drinking
All right,
right
let me
now?
let me pour these, and then I want to go into the
Okay, is that
discussion.
better?
That's
I was
better.
going to ask for a strawberry next time.
I'm
What?
glad you do.
I
Nothing.
hate you so
I
much.
love to hate you.
You love.
I hate
You
that you
hate to
love me.
love me.
I
That's
hate
what
you
it
that
is.
you love me.
No.
You're wearing a doctor.
Now,
Oh,
Shut up.
we'll warn you. Now, one of my favorite beers is sours. All right? One of the reasons why I don't make sours, generally, is because there's something called brettanomycin that you add to these beers that make them sour. The problem is, in a home brew industry, we don't have enclosed systems like the professional brewers do, and the brettanomycin can get into the air and get into everything in your brew room. So then all you make from now on is sours. Yes.
quick question. What is brettanomycin?
It is a bacteria.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, brettanomycin
sounds
is
so
a type
scary.
of bacteria, and you put it in there, and it deliberately sours. It is all, I don't know if it's used in some cheese as well as vinegar, maybe. But basically the concept of it is it sours beer. Now, what's neat about this recipe is the exact same recipe as the Belgian wit that we just had, except it has a different yeast, and it has something called lactic acid. Okay, which lactic acid is souring beer without the bacteria.
Gas.
Got it.
All right, so
Yeah, if you're
so
lactose intolerant, you're gonna fart.
so if just so you know, if you don't like this is not that sour, but I want to warn you, it is sour.
It's sour.
All right,
Okay.
so these are my favorites. I love sour ales, and I'm happy that I can make them now with lactic acid. All right.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
That's sour.
It's let me tell you.
Apples.
Woo!
I like it.
I'm gonna say
Oh my gosh.
cider vinegar.
This is right up my alley.
no offense. No offense.
Oh.
No offense. I like it, but the first thing I thought of when I drank it was Alka-Seltzer.
Okay.
I don't know. Why. No offense, but that's what
There's
came.
no
up.
offense to it.
Okay.
Apple cider vinegar.
Way to go. Offend our guests.
I already offended the taco dude.
I
Yeah.
I get what you're saying about the apple cider.
vinegar.
Now, is this something you like? Is this something you would drink?
I would.
This is
This
completely
is-
opposite.
I'd be putting a
of
wedge of lemon
Oh,
in
yeah.
here.
complete opposite.
Yeah.
I don't know if I
You
would
drink
drink
this, give me that other one.
No, I'm up for both now. Dibs. She
You
called
two
it.
can fight over the wit. These are mine. No.
Right.
Yeah, I can't do the
Get
sour.
my bad.
One other thing too is what I do.
I like it.
If you can put a little water in your cup and
Yeah,
drink
that's what I
it,
was doing there.
it'll help clean your cup too.
Swish it in your teeth.
You like this, so you're gonna end it. We're getting
Someone's
sand.
gonna be
Who
toasted
cares?
tonight.
I'll drink it.
Did you hear it swishing
If
around?
you don't want it, dump it. I mean,
You do it
it
wine
really
For
doesn't
30
offend me.
seconds and then spit.
You do it with wine.
With a strain?
I'm gonna put these caps up on the bar.
That was different.
And isn't it interesting? It's the same recipe.
Is it?
Yeah,
You
other
just added
than-
the bacteria.
Just the bacteria and a yeast is there.
We're all gonna die.
Lou's gonna die
Yeah.
of yeast infection.
That's what I make Kenny's bread out of.
All right. Last week we went wheat crazy. This last time we brewed. Crazy. Now,
I don't want to waste it.
Doobie doobie
Chug, chug,
doo.
chug, 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 chug.
Chug it! Chug it!
I drink the hell out of them sours, man. I love them. They're so good. You can add fruit to them too,
I was
like.
gonna say lemon. Oh,
But even like things like
Apple.
cherry. I mean, it's just
Cartoon.
spectacular.
Here, so when we put the next one, you know, drink that
I
first
should
one.
turn that down
In the
Probably.
cup.
the whole time.
All right. Last week we had
Wheat.
tonight.
Wheat.
Wheat, not weed, but wheat.
No marijuana?
Because we don't do
no,
weed.
none.
No marijuana?
This is my hemp ale.
No
No,
special brownies.
We have some of them.
hemp ale.
I gotta.
No, we do not.
I'll be back.
Crank off,
Disclaimer.
crank off. Wrong number. Pulp Fiction.
Wrong number. It's the wrong number. Somebody called into the video show that we pre-tape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And see, this one smells better. This one almost smells sweet.
Don't drink it.
Yeah, it smells
It
sweet.
smells.
Yeah, it does.
It's smelling me.
Oh, it does.
No.
Yes.
How often do you sit around with your nose?
Oh my gosh. There's a fella in the medieval society. You could spend
I love how this one smells.
Five.
Even better than the first one.
5 minutes in the nose, because the nose, if you've never tried it, is trying a beer, hold your nose, or try any food and hold your nose and eat it, and then see the difference in the taste once you open your nose. It just shows how important the nose is for your palate in trying things.
Wait. So you're saying we should
Very
hold our nose
happily.
closed while we drink this?
Then you
Well,
would.
No!
you can.
It's different.
Because smell, it helps with taste.
Yeah,
Right.
it really
Taste
does.
If you
different.
take the smell away, you might not taste anything at
I'm
all.
gonna try that.
You can, but you
I
know what?
might kill
Go ahead.
myself.
You won't kill yourself.
I have life
This is
insurance.
my next.
Okay, so we got everybody
It's the
there, I
alcohol.
think.
I have life
We have
insurance.
to have those moments of.
We have to have
Life.
high drama.
That's
All
right.
right,
And then
so
come
let's
back
talk
down.
about this.
So
High
where is
Will I
it?
survive?
Where are the origins from this? Is this a German?
This is German, Hefeweizen.
Orgies
Okay.
on this.
It means
What?
You said orgies.
Origins.
Oh,
Origins.
we heard that.
Origins. Not
okay,
orgies.
so the orgasm where this was from
Wow.
is, no, this is a German beer. Hefeweizen means yeast wheat,
Okay.
okay? And what's interesting about this is standard wheat malt, okay? Saaz, which is one of my favorites to pair with wheat. I love Saaz hops, okay?
Hops.
So it's
And that's all. There's
why does it
nothing
smell
else.
like apple?
You know what scares me? Because it got infected. No, because I actually had gotten a comment. Sometimes our beers have been like getting an apple taint. I don't know where it's coming from, but should pull off the flavors of banana clove.
Huh? Okay.
So
No,
give it a shot.
You said Hefeweizen.
Hefeweizen.
Now we used to drink. I used to drink this a lot in Germany, or the Hefeweizen. Haven't had any of those since I came back here. So let's see.
Can we drink
Will
now?
memories come back?
Will you shut up?
Shut up.
Oh.
Go ahead and drink. all right?
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
This is my favorite so far.
Yeah, thank you. I like the style a lot.
This
Banana.
one I banana.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's very
I still
mild.
taste a
Smoother
little bit
than the
apple,
previous
but yeah,
one.
the
It
banana
doesn't taste like a
Yeah, it tastes
fuller
banana.
at the
Yeah.
end.
This is a wonderful summer beer. And little thing, if you want to stretch your beers out. If you have Hefeweizen on tap, mix it with lemonade, and the Germans call it a Radler.
Yes, I was going to say, that's what I would get at the Guildhall. Because
Yeah.
yeah.
Lemonade
or,
and Hefe.
Or cider. They were doing cider.
Well, cider works too because,
Cider,
what do you think of this one?
I like it. It's a lot smoother. A lot. And then it swishes in the teeth better.
See, there's your Radler.
Dibs.
Dibs.
Well,
He caught dibs.
Now, did you not like this one?
No, I did not.
Interesting. Did you like
I
this
did.
one? Okay. Well,
It's good.
would you want this?
It's like too, it
All
was
right.
like too smooth. She can
My
have it.
man.
Too
Yeah.
Too
It doesn't
smooth.
taste like a beer to me. It doesn't
Well,
taste like a
honestly, you know, if these were cooler, you might have a little bit more of the carbonation and give you that beer effect.
Oh,
But
when we were over there,
beer. Oh, by the
beer
way,
in Germany,
Mm-hmm.
they weren't small. They come out and tank.
Yes, they
The
sell
butter
you
cake?
jugs.
Yeah.
Yes.
amazing. You should smell
Is
the
it
kitchen.
done?
It is.
Oh.
It's got to sit for a little bit.
All right, I'm going in. I have to go to the rest.
What?
lightweight.
Yeah.
So we're gonna pause the video because Kat has to go pee.
Well, I started out with 2.
Yeah, she was drinking.
You better hurry up,
Okay, okay.
because we're not gonna stop drinking. Hurry, 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 hurry.
Come
Go,
back
go.
and everybody's passed
Go, go,
out.
go, 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 go.
Are you going to take that long? Yeah.
20 beers later.
It's all right. I've been in and out like 5 times since we've been out here.
Oh man, this is good.
I like this one.
I like this.
Now, the last one dried out, like it was dried out. It felt like the inside of my
Is it
mouth was
sour?
dried out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just,
Okay.
Hey, Bob, how many do
Sound
we
effects.
have
We need
before
sound
I
effects
get
for the show.
toasted on this one?
Oh, he's
God.
already
How
toasted.
drunk are you?
no, I'm not drinking at all. Seriously, I'm not. Because the sandwich.
You have a switch. You have a switch. You start drinking a little bit, and all of a sudden, boom.
5.
5.
You go
But
from
like-
quiet
no.
Lou.
5
that's-
more or
that's
5 total?
Reserved and
5.
like, oh, I'm just gonna sit here and play with my tablet
But like some of
24/7.
my own
Whatever.
bottles,
Two.
you're gonna get
Oh,
a lot
okay.
less.
Mr.
Okay.
I can't shut up, and I can't
Thank
hold
you.
on to a plastic cup.
Whatever.
Wow.
No, I know.
And in denial.
No, last show.
The water.
There was alcohol running through the system.
I mean,
Yeah, you're drinking a lot.
But I can admit it.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing it.
we have one over there. Here, why don't you just...
No, it's fine. I don't. It just.
That
I
gobbler.
just won't put them in.
Yes.
I'm going to use my dog fish head. Bad Mamba Janda.
Yeah. I don't think so.
To have it.
Feel a
No.
little bit.
This is the tiki.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe it's a
I use
psychological
my dog
effect.
fish. That's good.
You definitely had a
Here, just in case you put the
personality
keys back in your pocket.
change. Ah, okay. No, so wait, I'm boring when you
Yeah, you are.
You have to wait. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because you were like boring.
You're
tablet in
bright.
there.
All right, let's start off with your cup and work our way towards Cat.
You are not nobility.
I'm dope. Are you double?
No.
Yes, I am.
I am.
Yes.
No.
You just.
I'm not Italian.
Thank you.
Fugazi.
She's Italian.
I am Italian.
You are, yes. Pretty
Italian,
one.
Irish.
But you're Fugazi.
Kenny's English.
Oh no.
You're a dick.
Okay.
See the love that goes through it. I think you've had too much alcohol already.
No.
Flagged again.
Flagged again.
This smells like beer.
Beer. What? All right. Where are you from now? New York?
Yo, this smells like beer.
Beer.
Brooklyn? Yo.
Beer here.
Oh, Cat has finally arrived.
Hey. East Coast Cat just flipped you off.
You too. There was one finger there for you.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
My dear Cat, did you wash your hands?
I did.
Thank you.
That's like
Goodness.
cupcakes or something.
I know. She's got that icing. That
I bet it
icing
smells like
shake.
cupcakes.
Yep. Oh, nothing.
I have no idea what you're
Nothing.
talking about.
To
I
drink.
don't even want to know.
No, you don't.
We drink.
Just watch the video, you'll see. Then you'll
Yeah.
smack the
You'll
crap
see it
out of me.
Oh wait, wrong one. But you can pass.
No, don't pass. Because I pass right back.
All right.
It wouldn't be a
So
first
this
For something.
this is a beer that one of the guys that I work with. Were you too settled? Do I have to separate you?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So
Maybe
By
you
the
should.
guest.
Maybe you should sit in the middle.
No.
why would you want to do that to me?
Yeah, that would be just.
All
That's
right.
just
So
wrong.
what do we got here?
All right, this is called an ESB, Extra Special Bitter.
Wow.
Rude.
Although, you're going to be surprised that it's not that bitter. This was actually brewed by one of the guys that I brew with. His name is Max, great brewer. I wanted to bring it down because it is, when you say this smells like beer, it made me laugh because this is a very good style of beer that would make beer that tastes like beer.
Beer.
Okay,
It
so
smells like-
all right,
smells
so
like a regular-
go ahead and give this
We're
one a
gonna start
shot.
singing.
Tell me what you guys think.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Max.
Blah, blah.
Oh.
Okay.
From that side
That
of the
stays
wall.
on the tongue.
It has honey?
Who?
Does it have honey?
No.
It tastes like there's like
it has
wood.
some.
It's very,
There's like
I
some wood to it.
texture.
Yeah.
The wood.
Taste wood.
I knew it.
I'm tasting some wood. So, Lou,
Hey,
little insight.
no, it just, that's the flavor it gives out.
Activities.
You don't like beer though, right? Generally. Or do you?
Well, if I'm going to drink beer, it's going to be a Hefeweizen.
Okay.
If I go to, like, I'll get a
Did you
Blue
like
Moon or
my
something.
Hef?
Yes.
Okay.
And the last one we had was like, I would drink that all day. That was like
The
spot
Hefe.
on. Yeah.
Did you like the wit? The
first
first one.
I have.
Yeah,
some
I
good
liked
wit.
it. I can drink it,
No, you don't.
but the third one,
Prefer this.
yeah.
Okay. Did you like this one? You're
Not
not a beer
compared to
drinker.
the other two. I'm still with the other two before this one. This
Would
is
you
third.
drink this one though, or could you?
I wouldn't order it. No.
Okay.
This
Would you-
reminds me of, like you said, this is like what I think beer would taste like before I liked beer.
Okay.
So
Yeah, when you
it was
first
like
take
that
that
first
beer
taste
and you're like, oh, you people drink this?
who drinks this?
yeah.
It's usually like,
It's
And
like
then,
one
like,
of those acquired
A
tastes.
couple months, year later, I'm.
not.
Oh, what?
Sometimes it, never mind.
You're talking about aging out or something.
Right, well, it's like skunky. They
No,
like,
no,
You thought this
Oh,
was
no, no,
skunky?
No, I like that feeling like it's like coats the tongue and it's like
I understand. And what it is a hops. It's a hops.
it's a hoppy. Yeah, that's
I
it.
believe-
Like IPAs with a higher alcohol
Well,
content.
I have a mild IPA that I'm looking forward to. You guys, I think I just brought one bottle of it, but I want you guys to try that one tonight. It's a really mild.
Dude, stop with the mouthwash. You're freaking me out.
I thought when I had this, like I said, I really like this for like a standard session. This also, I think this was a 5%. Very nice sit down. It's a beer that tastes like beer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
And it has that. I think he used
beer.
Max. Forgive me if I'm wrong. I think it's Hall Tower.
And
Sorry,
no,
Max.
like my husband probably would love this. He
Yeah.
loves hops, and the longer he's here, his this region really.
You guys are wusses. You don't even
I
drink
like it. I drank it.
No, but I mean, you don't drink the beer water.
Oh, the beer water, yeah. I
Oh,
did.
we were just washing it out.
No, you're
No,
supposed
you
to
drink
cleanse
the
your
beer,
tongue too.
yeah.
Oh, I was drinking water.
You have to clean your cup.
Yeah. How
There's
dare
your
you.
cup, drink the water.
You shut your hole.
All right. Did anyone like it that would want this?
I like it.
Lou.
Good then.
Lou gets it. I like when we get beer.
This is one of my favorite shows.
Sitting around drinking beer.
Yeah.
Having a campfire and drinking some beer.
You know what? I'm going to go right to the IPA
Go right to the IPA.
Let's do that.
because
Do
we're
it,
already kind of on the road of regular
Let's
beers.
just do
All
it.
right, so can I give my? I'm going to give my spiel
Your spiel.
of IPAs. All right.
So wait,
I
let's
will
do
tend
a-
to the fire,
Let's
you
do a survey first. Let's see, because we've tried what 4 beers now.
Correct. Oh, which beers that people like?
Yes. So like,
Excuse me. All right, so a survey.
so a survey.
Survey.
Top beers that each person likes. So like for me, my favorite, hands down, has been the Hefeweizen,
Hefeweizen. All right,
which
Ken,
was the third beer.
I liked the first one that we did.
the wit.
Yes, I thought that was good, and like you said, it was like it had like a Blue Moon
Right.
recipe or
Yeah,
feel to it.
that's the style. That's the
yeah,
style.
That's what I was getting out of it, and it was good. It was smooth. It wasn't too carbonated,
Right.
which I liked, and it tasted good. I could drink that all night.
All right.
I'm with Cat. I love the Hefeweizen.
Good. Okay, so I'm the sour. I'm the sour guy. I love the sour.
Patty.
I'm not a beer drinker, but I'm with Cat too.
Hefeweizen.
You guys like the Hefe,
Yes.
and then
I like the first one,
the wit.
the wit, and the second one, sour.
Sour.
Sour. See, but I'm glad you did that because like one of the things I want to say is there's a couple things. First is you don't drink beer, but you could tolerate the Hefe if somebody handed you one. You could drink that.
Oh, like,
Okay.
same with me. I'd happily drink the Hefeweizen.
But see, you said you like Hefeweizens. Didn't
Yeah,
you?
but I don't really like beer.
Okay,
as a
good.
general rule.
So here's something, I think we talked about this before. First thing I want people to know is, and this is huge, you can't pee back there.
She's a girl. She can't pee back there.
Her house. She can pee.
Okay, never mind. Go ahead and eat.
Pee.
European.
Replenishing our fire
All
department.
right. Yeah. So anyway, there is a beer for everybody, because, and I believe that. Unless you're what's that? That syndrome you can't have wheat, gluten.
Oh.
My buddy Phil has it. He can't drink beer.
Yeah, you can't have it.
drink meat.
Hey, if you're sick and yet makes you sick, don't drink beer. Okay, I'm not trying to say that, but I am saying that if you say, well, I just don't like beer, there
You
are.
haven't tried the right beer.
You haven't had the right beer. That's it. There are more styles of beer than there are wine. Okay? And it's that big in America right now, and the variety that you can have. So I really appreciate you guys particularly, because you're giving them a chance. You don't like them. You say you don't like beer. Hey, thank you for trying them. Because that, to me, is going to one day educate your palate. And understand.
Sure.
So again, that's good. So that's number one. Yeah. Oh, and then my rant on IPAs. Now, IPA. The history of the IPA goes back to England. I think 19th century. England used to give their soldiers rations of beer, part of their pay. Okay, I think it was like a pint and a half a day or something like that.
Go, Tommy.
Okay, so the thing is, but when they would have their troops in India, the beer was spoiling before it was getting there. So they had to hop the hell out of these things, because hops is a natural preservative. So they were putting like 2-3 times the amount of hops in it, so that beer would make it to those soldiers in India. So that's why it's called India Pale Ale.
Right.
Okay, IPA.
Okay.
I did not know that.
Now,
That's
know
cool.
that.
in the beer industry,
Show off.
Yeah.
Hi, I've just been asked about the question. Sorry.
in the beer industry today, America has it, and they just hop the crap out of stuff, like to where it's like Hopalicious and Hop Devil and all these, Hop Hell and I hopped your mom and stuff like that. I mean, it's like
Your mama.
yeah, but it's probably out there.
We should do that. Can we make it Hop Your Mama? Oh.
So, but my point is saying, and I encourage you
G&G
folks,
exclusive.
there's a lot of Americans out there that are riding the beer train. Thank you for that. But then also try other beers. Don't get stuck on IPAs. Try them.
Well-
Hey, if you naturally like IPAs, not you do, but like people, that's great. Enjoy the style, but open up your repertoire and start understanding the styles and what you like, because there's lots of different types of beers out there.
Totally ignored this. He's talking right to the camera.
Well,
And that's
I am.
exactly, and that's what you should be doing.
Well,
Because he's
no,
lecturing to everybody.
that's right. This
I know.
goes out to the viewers.
The
That-
viewers.
Then, there are
Drink
brews
what
out
you
there
like.
that we can drink. When you're in Germany, I'm not, I'm a wine drinker. I'm a
These are
Northern
just little
California girl, which
dips.
means
This is
I'm
the only bottle I
spoiled.
have.
This
with
is
me.
ridiculous as far as wine goes.
I want to make sure everybody gets some of this.
But
Get some.
out here,
Everybody
or when
gets
you go
some.
to Germany, the wine in Germany is not the same.
No, it's not.
Nothing in Europe is the
So
same.
guess what? When I was over in Germany, I drank the wine. I didn't like it.
Did you
But-
have Gewürztraminer? That's a really
Yes,
good. That's a good wine.
The heated spiced wine, I can
Yes,
drink.
the glue wine.
Yeah. Flugel wine, I think
Whatever.
they
And they have
glue
that,
wine, glow
the
wine,
Christmas
called.
I've
village
heard them
down.
also say call it
It might
flugel wine.
really-
Yeah, I could be.
And they only serve
And
the
it's not
flugel
as
wine
good as
during
what you find in
Christmas
Germany, but
in a
whatever.
That's
warm.
glue wine.
Okay.
But
Christmas is glue
I
wine.
found
Yeah.
the
Well,
Hefeweizen.
when I talk to them, they always say flugel wine.
I could drink.
So
The problem now is whenever we're out, my husband's
not the
like,
same.
he orders whatever, and he likes, like the longer we're here, the more he likes the IPA, the more he likes the hoppy. He likes the flavor of the hoppy, but he also says you have to try everything.
Yes.
So he makes me try them all, and I'm like,
And that's why I'm
"Oh."
so glad you guys are out here giving it a whirl. And I didn't even know you didn't drink beer until you actually said something. So I mean,
But
I
then
appreciate
it
that.
surprises me. Every once in a while I'll have one like a
I
dark
know.
one, and it's chocolatey and malty.
You're gonna have one of those tonight.
Oh my gosh, it's so
Yeah,
good.
yeah, you're gonna
And
like
he's like, so would you drink that? And I'm like, yeah. Because normally I'm like,
we're gonna
no.
drink some ale.
Okay. So
Ale.
now you know what ale is?
What's that?
Beer.
No, I'm just kidding. No. Actually, no. I just had to get. No, ale. Actually, the term ale came around in the 14th century, in the 1300s. English called ale. It was unhopped beer. ale. But there was also a name for unhopped beer called Grew It. We talked about that at
Yes.
Ridley Creek.
Park.
I like that word, grew it.
Grew It.
Grew It.
That's
Yeah.
your name.
I
Your
grew
name
it.
your
It's
next
your name.
son,
Grew
I
it.
grew you.
Grew It.
I grew it.
I grew you.
All right.
Grew you.
So,
All right, ready?
first thing, now, before you drink this, put your nose in. First thing that pops out, what is it?
My nose.
What do you smell? Do you smell grapefruit?
Yes.
Or a hint of
Fruity.
grapefruit?
Well, now I do.
Because I told you. Okay, common. This is a Cascade hop that I used, okay? It is not overly hopped. I forget how much hops we used in this. Might have been 5 ounces, but it's not a whole heck of a lot. So
Who's been in his cup
give
for
this
5
one a
minutes?
shot. This is an IPA. It is a mild IPA.
Cheers. Cheers.
Ooh.
Here.
A full beer.
See, all I can go away, smoker. Yeah, that's
Oh,
it.
no.
You can. It's the hops.
Kinda
The hops.
reminds me
That
of an
bitter is
ale.
hops. Straight up.
And I love the ale.
And yeah,
It's
normally, but this I can compared to some of them that I've had. This is a very light IPA.
It really is. And I did it on purpose because I'm not a
This
fan.
is like you can. I can.
Yeah,
I
because
could
not your,
drink a
it's not my
glass.
thing.
not your taste.
I wouldn't be like ordering the second one, but if I ordered one, I could drink both.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Little citrus note. Here's some citrus.
This is-
at the
This-
end. You get it at
This
the
is
end.
more.
Yeah, and I'm not a fan.
It's fine.
But I
Yeah,
can
it's not my
totally.
favorite.
This is something that I could drink too,
That's
but I made it for people that like hops. That like
Right.
like
No,
IPAs.
Jason totally drinks the whole bottle.
Where
Yeah.
is Jason?
He's at work.
Oh,
Where it belongs.
he should be here.
He should be here. The German should be here.
But he's not.
Okay, so you didn't like it.
So he had to be.
It's not the worst one I had
Right,
tonight,
right.
but it's yeah, it's like third on my list.
Okay, you definitely didn't like it.
I did not.
You notice how that bitter numbness around the tongue? That's all
Yes.
hop, man.
Yep.
Oh,
That's all
at the
hop.
very end, you get it.
You definitely get it.
Well, I get
the
that
grapefruit at the end.
grapefruit at the end.
It's like the other one that was very
Hoppy.
very hoppy,
Hippity hoppity.
very
The
had a
last
lot of
one we had?
carbonation in it. This I would put under
Right.
under that one.
Right.
Okay.
Like
The ESB you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
The first one, the last one we just did.
like this, I think it's the same thing. Like if I ordered this to try it, I would drink it. I could drink it, but I wouldn't order another one.
Okay.
I would
I think with this one I would go
Like-
probably 2. I drink it twice, but then after that,
Yeah,
more.
no, okay.
Yeah.
Well, and it's following
But
down.
usually
Without
that'd be a
beer
standard for me.
It's a
Yeah.
one
2 beers
beer.
at a
Or
city.
2 beer.
If you're at a restaurant, that'd be normal.
Right.
So high praise.
It's good. And again, I got what I wanted out of it. You know what I mean? Like,
I
I'm
didn't
happy.
even toss this one, actually.
Okay.
Drink. I'm drinking
But-
beer water.
Again, I think Jason's
Good job. But like that.
because I've tried so many with him.
Oh, I've tried all.
Living in Philadelphia is for food.
Yay! That's what we do.
What do you mean by that?
We corrupt.
Well, I've just been exposed to more beers.
Yeah.
here
You know,
and
Pennsylvania is still the largest, has the most breweries in the United States.
Oh.
So they recovered after the prohibition.
That's 'cause
They
we're
did.
alcoholics.
Pennsylvania and Philadelphia is still the biggest producer of beer in the United States.
Yeah. Right.
Bitches.
Recognize.
Although Colorado, no, what was it? Portland, Oregon, has I'm gonna make sure that didn't. Some of them may be real carbonated. Portland, Oregon has the most amount of breweries in a square mile
mile.
area,
Yeah.
and they call it Beeravania.
Yeah, well, it's everything's compact. It's kind of like
Now you guys
In
clean
fact,
these out because this is going to
yes.
give you a completely different,
everything's in that area.
Get
and
ready
like
for a
the
hit.
streets
give
and
completely different
Thank you.
feel.
Best place to be for party. Which is weird. Sorry.
Okay, this is a brown ale, and
Really?
You're supposed to drink that.
I'm drinking most of it.
Drink it.
Diamond is just water.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He just created mud.
Multi.
this can't remember the bill. We called this beer 666.
Yeah.
But
Do it.
what sucks is I was at a beer festival in Valley Forge recently, and I saw a beer called 666, and I'm like, mother.
Call it 667.
No,
666
One
but
up
one
it,
better,
baby.
bitches.
One up it.
yeah. No, but it's funny. The reason we called it 666 is because we portray monks in some things, and a monk calling a beer 666 was funny to me. But then also, it was part of the recipe.
Oh.
They did theirs was the 666th batch or something like that.
Did you try theirs?
I didn't. I didn't like it. But yeah, whoever makes that.
There.
Yeah.
We're one up in
better.
you. Go.
Yeah. Better.
666 plus 1.
Mas
bitches.
bueno.
Yeah.
Mas bueno.
All right, so
Just put a plus.
Endorsed
dark
in
bill,
Spanish.
I can't remember all. It's like standard Anvil malt, 2-row pale malt, 6 ounces of chocolate malt, 6 ounces of honey malt, 6 ounces of crystal malt. 120 crystal. 6 ounces of crystal meth.
Dude, we're doing Crystal Meth.
Yay.
Smell this.
I did.
Ooh.
Smells good.
Smelling it.
It smells good.
What's your whole here?
You shut up. It's my cup. I do what I want.
This one, I believe, 7% alcohol by volume. It's got a little bite
Little
to it.
kick.
So, here's the
Smelling it.
Cheers.
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 You got a drink now.
I am.
Drink it.
Drink it through my nose.
Also, a pound of honey's in this.
Oh, that's good.
I like this.
That's good.
I like this a
And
lot.
it's a dark beer. That's a surprise. Hello.
Be honest, I'm not much of a
Okay.
fan on this one.
What is it that you don't like about it?
He's Mexican.
Yeah. That's it.
Usually they have more of a underbite.
This was not made for that.
This is good. Like it kind of.
Most of the beers you'll find that we make are malty, not hoppy. And that is your balance. We do use hops and we use it, but we're more into the malt beers than we are the hoppy ones. This is one of my favorites. It is one of the premier ones that the folks in the medieval society like. This one a lot. This one, and they like the red ale, and they like Bruce Almighty. We'll talk about Bruce Almighty. I brought some.
I saw that movie.
Yeah, I don't think I'm actually going to be able to call that Bruce Almighty because of that, but
Copyright.
yeah. This is why I have a Braggett named Bilbo I brought.
Bruce
Probably won't be able to
Almighty.
call Bilbo Braggett. But I'll call it Wilbo because my society name is William, and I'll call it Wilbo Braggett. You didn't like this one.
No, thanks.
Did you like it?
No.
Okay.
It's too.
It's
Well,
okay.
no,
I
explain,
make up.
Patty. This is good because you don't like beer, so explain why you didn't like it.
Who wants
Too
this?
heavy?
I'll take it.
Yeah. It's like,
You
Yeah.
already got one.
Too
That's
late.
not fair.
Well, yeah.
You didn't call it?
Well,
Yeah.
I'm
I
telling
called
you,
it.
You shush. I was talking to your wife too.
I don't know her right now.
Feel me?
No, Patty,
reading over
explain.
there.
Because it's
like that?
kind
I don't know. But I think the aftertaste
Is it
on this
like
one
a-
just didn't
It's too. I don't
didn't
know.
go with
I
it.
don't know what's
I mean, I
what
love
it
the
is.
smell
It's
of it.
just like.
It's fine. I understand.
You know what?
I can't explain it. I don't know much about beers.
You don't have to.
is it like
Second.
heavy or?
Too sweet?
Yeah. No. Too like no. It's heavy. Maybe like.
It's fine.
Round,
There.
yeah.
It's leaving too much of a blah on my
Yeah.
tongue. Like it's like
Right.
blah. I still
Yeah.
taste it.
Yeah, no, for me,
Yeah,
it was
like
the
it's
aftertaste.
still-
It smelled great.
Yeah. It
But,
did.
but just the aftertaste on it for me, personally, just
Yeah, it doesn't.
It kills
yeah,
it.
It's like but that's the honey, that coating.
Yeah,
of those
that's
2 times.
what I'm getting. I'm
But
like
it was
coating,
not
but
as
I'm supposed.
nice.
I'm like I'm feeling like there's supposed to be an aftertaste, but I'm
Right.
not
Well,
getting it.
Yeah.
Here's the.
And I like the.
I like the way it
actual overall
smells.
flavor.
Like,
I think
Gotta
with
get
this
almost
batch,
taste the honey on
there's
the back.
usually a little bit more hop quality to this one,
And you
excuse
said
me.
there's chocolate.
but it's not real chocolate now.
chocolate malt.
It is chocolate malt. Okay.
Malt.
The difference they call them that is it's all about color of the grain.
Okay.
so
Okay.
they're not melting the Snickers in there.
Although it's funny you say that because you can put chocolate things in beer.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There have been dark ones I've tasted before. Okay, that sounds funky.
Yeah.
You've been tasting dark ones, huh?
There we
You know what
go.
they say?
It's
Once you
When you
go
go
back,
You never go back.
yeah.
Okay.
Remember, she got corrupt and moved it here.
Yes.
Why do I get Will Smith?
We should call
and
Big
the dog?
Tony.
Big
All
I
right.
don't know
Tony's
why they call
mine.
him Big Tony, right?
Big Tony's mine.
Because he's tall.
Don't make me get you.
He's tall.
See
Again,
how
this
badly
is the last bottle, so I don't know. This has
He
been
is
sitting
tall.
around a
He's a
little bit,
sweetheart. He is.
so I'm not
What are we
sure
The
going?
last bottle tonight or the last bottle of the batch?
of the batch. I brought it for you guys
pretty
because it's a
special.
good it's a really good
I
variety.
like that.
Like the other one, I like the way
Yeah.
it smells, just the smell and the taste.
Thank you.
Well, he washes out.
I like the way it smells.
He washes out.
Was Big Tony with you? Hey, Big Tony.
You notice the giddiness level went up about 5 minutes.
Six.
The more they drink, the better these are. All right.
Better I feel, better I feel. Right.
Yeah.
All right, so this is called Plank House. Okay, Plank House Porter. It was named after my buddy's house where Margaret lived, who was the mistress of Blackbeard. My buddy plays Blackbeard down there at the Pirate Festival, so he gets all his beard and he puts Blackbeard used to put black powder in his beard and light it, and it would smoke, and when he'd go on other ships, it would scare the crap out of people because he looked like a frickin' demon. You know, so coming through the...
Demon.
Yeah, so what I decided with this, I wanted a dark beer. I said Plank House, porter. Porter's good. Let's make a porter. But how do I represent it? How do I add a flair that makes it become dedicated? Oh, by the way, if any of these beers ever do go into production, there's going to be like a 2% proceed of this beer sale towards the Plank House restoration.
And we're on the board. We're on his board of beer.
Board of beer.
That's right. Because we were here.
That's right.
You're like,
So,
Not yet.
hold your beer.
so what I wanted to do with it,
My father's 10 years old.
smoke.
This is a what? A
A smoke, a mild smoke quality to it. It should. I do not now, when we were doing the medieval stuff, I was brewing this, I was using the open fire to help add to that smoke effect. So I was brewing a lot of the beer on an open fire.
I gotta ask, how does the smoke add to the beer?
It's a flavor.
Kinda
It's
like-
something,
Like smoked
Smoked
meat?
salmon,
Yeah.
so jerky,
yeah, why
all
would you
that
smoke
stuff.
meat or smoke
And it
bacon or
infuses
smoke...
into
Yes,
the flavor.
You smoke meat.
Why would you smoke?
I knew that was going there.
Jumped on that.
Wow.
All right, so this is a very light, this is a mild porter. It's not super, but look for the smoke. You may or may not find it. I haven't tried this one. It was the last bottle of the batch that we've had sitting around for a little while, so.
Cheers. Cheers.
Meat
I
smoker.
love the way it smells. I just hope I'm not disappointed. Yeah.
It's not bad.
It's not bad, actually.
It's lost something since it's been sitting, but it's not bad. I don't catch smoke quality in it, but we've also been drinking a lot of other stuff, so. Oh, wait.
I'm in deep thought. I like
I love
this.
the way it smells.
I like it.
It's not harsh. Like Patty's liking it.
It's lighter. It doesn't
It's-
have that
it's-
grainy texture.
I would
that
like it
this one
if
has.
it was
doesn't have the
cold.
blah.
I need it cold.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Maybe if
I'm
it was
tasting
cold.
smoke or if I just think I am because
Right.
You're
Well,
sitting right near the smoke.
but I'm getting
do
that
you
little
taste smoke?
Is it to a certain extent almost want to be a sour, but it's not?
No.
It's not
And if it is, if you catch it in sour quality, it might be
Just from sitting.
just from sitting.
Yeah, because I'm getting that.
I don't catch it,
But
but
I
doesn't
like
mean
it.
you don't.
Get those things.
This is a
like at
little
the
lighter.
end.
Go back there.
than
Get
the
it in
other
there.
one, but I don't like it.
You get it in there?
I'm not a
Get it in there.
I know, right?
A little bit, you know.
Right. Hey, by the way, guys, and seriously, if you don't like something, I don't care. It's cool. I told one of my buddies one time, you know, they told us, tell the best way to talk about a beer is to say the first thing you taste. And I had my buddy, I was like, dude, this tastes like piss. He's like, oh,
So
How do you know?
drink piss lately?
yeah.
What? Wow. And they was the father.
Yeah, I like that one.
And it'd be neat to have a fresher
It's just
batch,
water.
one that hasn't been around
Okay.
as much, and then have try it again.
Yeah,
See if it's
exactly.
really cool. You want the rest of this one? There's only a drip.
Sure, why not?
Yes.
Yeah, this one's not. I actually
You didn't mind
like
it?
This one, I don't mind this one.
Did you just pour it in? Get it?
Yeah.
because I can take it.
Yeah, I'm done. Oh,
Did you get it?
Seriously, did you get it?
Yeah. You getting a headache already? You all right?
Uh-huh.
you smoke.
No, if I got a headache, it's from smoke and him. It's a combination of the two.
All right, guys. This is one that is still. This one is the favorite.
Favorite.
The favorite of the medieval group line. It replaced the favorite called Salamander Red Ale, which I did not bring in the Salamander tonight. I don't have it, although I do have the ingredients at home to make it. This is called Bruce Almighty. Bruce. Now, this is a peanut stout.
Oh,
If
Now-
you're allergic to peanuts, can you drink it?
Did you say peanuts?
Peanuts.
Donna said penis. Donna
Well,
said
worst thing is he's
penis.
allergic to peanuts, so you're in deep trouble. All right, so
before you go on, how of a certain flavor, how many do you run before you move on to another flavor, or one that you haven't done in a while?
well, that depends on like if we're brewing for like an event, like for our friends, like for like the medieval society. There's some things that they want, so we'll brew. It just depends on the time of year. Like the other thing is like, well, we've never tried this before. Let's try it. Or wow, I can make a sour ale now because I don't have to use Brettanomycin. I'm making it. You know what I mean? Because I know how to use lactic acid.
Oh, okay.
So it's a whim. The Max, one of the Max, what I talked to you about, and there's another guy, Tony. They're my three regular brewers. Two of myself. He's brewing a winter ale this year, so that'll be interesting. He was doing something else, but I don't remember what it was.
I want a rum-infused beer.
Yeah, I know you said that.
Yeah.
But if there's rum, now I'll tell you. Now that porter
Okay.
that you had, not that one, but we aged that recipe in a bourbon barrel.
So we could do it in
So
a rum barrel.
we could do a rum barrel, yeah. We could actually do that, and that will pull rum quality. And I
Yeah.
bet you that would be pretty good in there.
I bet you it would.
All right, Bruce
Bet your
Almighty,
ass it
let's
would.
talk about this. Now, when do you feel like, what inspires you? What is it that makes you want to make something? I tried DeClaw's beer called Sweet Baby Jesus, it's called. It tastes like a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup beer. Okay? And I'm like, wow, that's really good. I want to make it. So like I went and I did some research and came back and said, you know what, I don't want as much chocolate quality in it, but I still want it to be more, I still want it to have a stout quality, but with a peanut thought. So that's what brought this one on. The hardest part with this was to figure out how to get the peanut in there, to flavor. You can't, it's always a complication to try to figure out how to flavor beer certain ways. So I went through, read a couple things, and I finally said, wow, I'm just going to use an extract. So I used an extract, threw that in. You always start with less before you go more. Used about half a bottle of the extract, and it was perfect. I was like, this is good. And it went, and people love it. So hopefully we will have, hopefully these are good. Now again, it's funny, we talked about different styles. Not everybody likes IPAs.
Kenny, I don't think you should drink too much of this.
Not everybody likes dark beers.
So,
I'm not.
I think that
But here's the thing.
I might be getting an allergy to it, but I just don't drink it. I mean, I still eat
wow.
Let's
peanut
give you a
butter
little bit just in
stuff,
case.
but I just need I'll take an allergy pill. No, I want one.
I'll give you mine.
Don't limit me, Lou.
Shut up.
It
We're limiting you.
Shush.
Oh, you can smell it.
smells like peanut brittle.
What?
It smells like
Smells like peanut butter.
Peanut.
All right.
Peanut.
Brittle.
It smells like
Oh, that
Reese's
smells
peanut
awesome.
butter.
I love this.
I know, but it's not good for you.
I don't care.
He's
I
not
call dibs. I
reliant.
call dibs. I haven't even tried it yet. I call
gotta try it.
dibs.
Kenny
does-
will just stick his nose in it the whole
I
time.
will just-
Kenny will take like 15 allergy pills so
I'll
so he
just
can
take
drink
like,
it.
I'll dab it
Yeah,
on
beer and
shove
allergy
it in
pills,
my
he'll be
nose.
zonked.
Out of
Yeah.
all of them, this one the smell just comes right at you.
Oh.
There is no.
God, this
It's not
is awesome.
subtle.
It,
It's
like
not.
it smells like a big Reese's
Come on,
peanut
shut
butter
up and
cup.
drink this. I want to
Okay,
drink it. I wanna drink
cheers.
this. Cheers.
Cheers.
Here's to Mr. Peanut.
Wow.
It's like an alcoholic Reese's peanut butter.
You don't like it?
Smooth at the end.
Wow.
I think my tongue is stained though from all the beers that we had tonight.
Now,
so
what
I
is it
think
that you
I'm
don't like
losing.
about it? Now, you let this, now what's funny about this beer, and I'm sorry I
Yeah,
asked you a
just
question
don't-
and ran over you,
something.
because I say it because I'm experiencing it. When you do tastings of beer, you look at color, which is hard for us out here.
Yeah.
But like
dark.
nose, taste, texture, start, medium, like start, middle, finish. How long is it sticking around? I still got a dark chocolate flavor
Oh, yeah.
laying around in the back of my throat.
But it's smooth. It's not sticking to the back of my
Yeah.
throat. It's like still on the palate. Does that make sense? So it's still.
This has a lot. This is like very stouty. It's a very good style stout beer, but you just got that peanut attached to it.
I've
like
never
this.
had a peanut beer before.
It's good.
Do you
Like
like
you
this cat?
Yeah, I kind of like it.
Yeah.
I like this
I love
way
the way it
goes-
smells. I just
So
not a
as
big-
it goes down
It's
to the
okay.
back end of my tongue on the bottom,
my
I
tongue
can
is like-
feel it
Yes,
back
yeah,
there.
I know, I got
Again,
that.
And I'm
still
like,
ask you
dude, you know what?
the number this.
That's different. Whereas all the other ones, it seems like the flavor goes over my tongue. This one seems to go right under it and towards the rear.
Yep.
And I like that. There's something,
The more
it's
you
different.
drink it, the more chocolate you get out of it.
Yep. And you know what? There's not one lick of chocolate in it.
Hershey gets the
It
brand
gets rid of
this.
that burn. Plus it-
But again, that all comes
Yeah,
from
What's
the
your name,
malt.
cat? What's your?
Like,
That's what I have right now. I should probably go get some.
This one was good.
Yeah.
And again, the peanut smell just comes right at you
Yeah.
at the very beginning. You know, I can only imagine what would have happened if you put a full bottle in here.
take 5 glass.
So we actually only went through one little bottle of this, so Kenny, just be careful if you drink it, but there'll be some up there if you guys want it.
Awesome. Yeah, I like it. It's. I get that. I get that, like dark chocolate. I don't know if it,
This is more like a
there's
sticky-
nothing in there, but still,
You have
I
a
feel the.
sticky beer?
I taste the peanut
I
butter.
never, I never would have thought of a peanut
No,
beer,
never.
you know, but I can now say, wow, I've had a peanut beer. It's not bad.
It's freaking good. I like
Yeah,
it.
Surprised, actually, because I'm not a huge
peanut person.
no. It's just like, oh. He said peanut.
Isn't that an oxymoron? Huge peanut person.
Yeah.
So the
Oh,
orange,
what
the orange cat. Oh, by the way, it was called Bruce all night.
Whoa.
Holy,
What?
Sad
y
story.
holy,
It was like, oh, dang.
Now hold
y holy.
I'm like, what did you think? And they, oh.
That's like the electronic holy.
You should have told me that.
Why?
So nobody asked why it's called Bruce Almighty.
Why is it called Bruce Almighty?
Why, it's funny you asked that.
Oh,
What happened was the night that I made this for the first time, one of my dearest friends, Bruce, and I were brewing together, and it was this time last year. We were finished. It was the first time we brewed it. We were really excited about it. It had rained a little bit. It was a little bit icy. He got on his motorcycle, went about a mile up the road, got hit by a car, and died.
Oh my God.
So I lost a really good friend.
I heard ice and I'm like, nope.
And the guy pulled right out in front of him. He laid the bike down like he was supposed to and everything. But so sad, but we remember him through this.
Through beer.
So, yeah, that's right.
Awesome.
And
And it's a good beer.
Yeah, it really
will
is.
live on forever.
Yes, he
'Cause
will.
It's an awesome beer.
Yeah, it is. It's damn good beer.
All right.
Thank you, Bruce.
Yep.
Yes, Bruce.
See you, Bruce. Well, we'll drink the next one, the Bruce.
All right.
Yes.
All right, but this one,
Ooh, it comes with the fancy cap.
It farted.
you will understand why when you have this.
It's fancy.
This one,
I'm gonna have drunk coffee.
yeah, has been. This is. I called
did.
Bilbo.
I actually did. But here.
This is basically 10 pounds of malt, which is like a standard grain bill, and 6 pounds of honey. And so this one kicks in at 13% alcohol. All right,
Yeah.
it is called a braggot. I
Braggot. That's
will
me.
tell you right now
Yep.
Yeah.
Brag it.
that this is like something you've never had before.
Now, when I said you have a fancy top to it, does it matter? Or you just,
I do that specifically for this.
does it add to anything or is it just the visual?
It's the visual.
Ah,
There's not much difference between this
This the one
pop.
that has the honey?
This has 6 pounds of honey, 10 pounds of malt, 5 ounces of hops.
How do you figure out the alcohol content?
There's something called a hydrometer.
by drinking it.
Yeah, if you get
wow.
really
You
screwed up,
really-
Yeah.
it's about 8%. This has a lot of hops in it, by the way, but you won't notice because there's so much damn sugar from the
So you use a hydrometer.
The hydrometer will measure. Here you go.
Cat already drank it. Cheater.
What, did you drink it?
No, still look.
The smoke.
Well, was it the smoke that was getting you?
She's having the smoky one.
She was getting smoked.
There.
Yeah.
Look, it went away.
Hey.
You're full of hot air.
So the hydrometer
Yeah.
measures your sugar to alcohol potential. So in other words, I'll throw it in, and it bobs like a thermometer when you put it in the beer. You pull it out, and it'll read something like 1.050. Okay, which means okay, this has the potential to make 5% alcohol. So that 1.050 is the amount of sugar that can be fermented. That's in that beverage at that time.
Okay.
I come back a week later, take another one. Look, it dropped all the way down to 1.010. So that's now like, okay, so that leaves about 1%. Does two things for me. One, it tells me right now this beer is about 4% alcohol, because we subtract that 1 from the 5 that we first took. 2, it tells me 1.010, I know it's safe to bottle if I wanted to bottle it, because we're not going to blow up. Remember we talked about
Oh yeah,
beer
blowing
grenades?
bottles up. Yeah.
So that's the other thing about taking hydrometer readings. A lot of people don't. And I always say to them, you need to, because if you, okay, wine's one thing. If you pop a cork, it's not a big deal. Beer caps don't pop, they explode.
Really?
Yeah, oh
Right.
yeah.
Have you ever put a beer in a freezer for too long?
Oh, that's
Yeah, I
right.
put a whole case once.
How'd that turn out?
Wow.
Wet, very wet.
Well, then luckily I had a really good seal, so it all.
Pros and freezer.
I can just take it out
There's
one
no
big
beer.
lung.
Oh,
All right, well, here's
right.
to Bruce.
Here's
Bruce.
Bruce.
Bruce. I like this one.
Wow.
Yeah, this one
It
is.
tastes very meaty.
It's
you go.
very strong.
It's all you, baby.
It's
Heavy.
It's heavy. Yeah. It's. It's weird. It's like the taste is heavy, but it doesn't feel heavy.
Okay.
Yeah. It's got
You know,
that
it
dark
actually feels
heavy
light.
to it.
But
Yes.
the taste
Like
is
that
like
dark-
really, really heavy and it's strong. It reminds me of like when I used to make iced tea and I used to like double or triple the amount
Right.
of tea I put in to make it really strong. And it really. The
So what's your
flavor's there.
opinion on this one? No good. Too heavy for you?
Yeah.
Too strong?
I like it.
You like this one?
I like it.
No, for me,
Too much?
no, too much.
Kenny?
It might be a tad too much, but I would still. This would be the kind of drink that I'd be like, wow, that's strong. But the second one, it's not so bad. Third one,
Yeah, you wouldn't be going through them like that.
I'm good.
This is, you know what I call this one? This is one where you're sitting around a campfire, we drink it, and we're just drinking it, and we're not drinking it like a 12-ounce curl. We're
Yeah.
immersing it with bullshit. It's almost like a fine whiskey almost.
like what we're doing
I
now.
like it. It very much tastes like a mead more than a beer.
Yeah.
It's got honey probably.
Yeah, the honey's
Heavy.
very strong.
Honey, I like that.
The heavy honey.
Heavy honey.
Honey.
Heavy honey.
You don't want to be a heavy honey.
Depends on who you ask.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, mm.
True. I don't like heavy honeys.
I didn't know you were.
I'll like some. Try.
At the party. Everything
What?
She's biting her bottom lip already.
Ah! Oh my eyes!
That's what I've been
My eyes
fighting.
are going crazy.
Ah!
Ow.
What are you?
Another show, smoked out.
Sorry.
By the way, that batch has been aging for about 2 years too.
Really?
That's good.
So how long do you let beer age, or just?
It depends. Here's the thing. Your average beers that don't have a lot of, like 5% beers, 6%, even 8% beers, you know, now when you start getting into 9, 10, 11, 12% beers, they're the ones you can let sit around for a while. For example, barley wine. Barley wine is a type of beer, even though they call it a wine. You let that age. German alt beers can be aged. The braggot can be aged because it's part mead, for Pete's sake, you know. What else? Belgian triples, doubles, and things with a lot of malt in it, things that can sit for a long time.
Yeah.
You could have them sitting around for 6 months to a year,
Wow.
2 years. I've had beers that I've had 2-3 years, and I'm like, there ain't no way this is gonna pop it. And I'm like, okay.
Damn.
You know? And then we've had other beers, like light ones, and you try and you're like, yeah, I knew that wasn't gonna be good.
Oh, it's a big one.
So is there a beer that you've made, whatever flavor it is?
We can
that
pour it
you
in
like?
something else.
What was I thinking?
You can have it all.
I'm sure.
Just happened. We were trying to make a Gruit. Remember a beer that doesn't
Yeah.
have hops in it, an old style beer, and we said, well, we're gonna just have fun with it. Let's see. So we did some research, and we saw mugwort, and we did mugwort coriander. We did bog myrtle, and we're like, well, we got all this extra mugwort. Let's put it in phases. So we just started putting an ounce here, an ounce every 10 minutes, putting it in. Yo, man, it was so good. It tasted like Lysol. It was like so bad. And I said to my buddy, I'm saving this beer. I'm putting 6 pounds of honey in it, like we did the braggot. Put 6 pounds of honey, let it sit for about 2 weeks. Came back, it still tasted like crap, man. I was like, and my buddy's like, I said, I'll put more honey in this. He goes, dude, just forget it. It's gone.
Let it go.
Let it go.
We killed it.
Yeah, we have a friend who he's been making moonshine since he was a young kid. He's now in his
Watch that
60s.
too, man. Yeah.
And he said, you know what, bacon is the thing. I'm gonna try making a bacon moonshine. So he tried doing it with the extract of the fat, and he said, nope, never again.
Listen, it's funny you said one of our guys, one of the girls, we have, we're called the Brotherhood of Brewers, and we have abbeys across, we have like 3 different abbeys. We actually got 4 now. We have one right outside of Philadelphia. We've got one in near Birdsboro. We've got one in Connecticut and one in Massachusetts. And we had the girl up in Reading. There's one in Reading.
And the first cabinet, when you first come in the kitchen, that first drawer, where all the,
I can already
right
tell
under the
by
light
your
switch,
You
it's
look-
blue.
Well, that's not fair because I've been sitting here with smoke in my eyes for the past probably hour and a half.
Yeah.
I'm like dying.
You could have moved.
I did shortly after.
After an hour and a half.
Video is going. I'm like, well, move now.
But there are other beers up there if you guys want to full ones, the ones that you like, knock your socks off.
And thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I mean,
Yeah.
take it out of your stock. And
Oh, that's
No,
fine.
it's not recording right now. It's not recording.
Oh, good.
Well, I just
no,
So don't
we hit it all of it. No,
So don't add that extra chipper.
I've never been a fan too much of alcohol, regards of wine, whatever, that has
Chewy's like
honey.
liking that one. You see that? She's like, oh, it's
A little bit it was. I had some when
take a sip.
Jack
She'll be like-
started putting
She's like,
honey and
Right.
stuff, and it
There.
became the
Wait.
fad.
Right.
she's like, nah.
There, okay.
We went to a party, and the guy stocked up on everything honey.
She's licking
Okay.
it, but she
And
won't.
I've
She
never
going back?
seen a party more hammered.
Oh, now you're gonna have to
Because
wait
the
until we get that on
sugar
video
and
now,
honey came back
Patty.
and
You're like
just said,
Chewy
hey, you
again.
remember me?
Yeah, right.
And then I remember I was already feeling it. And I gave a shot to my buddy. I go, here's one for you, and here's one for me. Mind you, I'd already been drinking. So he drinks his, we toast. He drinks it, and it goes down. I drink it, and my
One of
toast
all
says,
those
no.
animal people.
Oh, no.
Patty's drinking.
Right back at my friend.
Oh!
And he's a good friend. And his wife, like, right in between, oh! And I'm like, oh, I didn't mean it. My body said, no more. So I cut myself out. But the guy, after that party, he said, never again will I ever serve honey, anything, at a party. Because everybody was toasted. And people were sleeping at
Oh,
his
is it
house.
recording?
because
Well, it's
that
funny thing
thing-
about mead.
It wasn't recording when you
back
left?
history of mead.
I turned it back on.
Oh, we thought it wasn't. Now we're like, oh, she's like feeding Chewy beer. Chewy's like,
Sorry, freaking Chewy.
They,
They believe the story.
I'll let you
Now
do
that
it.
you talk, now that you say that,
Kenny
did
does
you
it
ever
now.
look into
Ken,
like,
you
what the
know how?
Vikings make?
I'll do it.
I'll figure it out.
No.
That's why they laughed. Like,
I work on aircraft. I can figure out how to open
You don't know
them.
how to open a wine
Oh my
bottle?
God,
I know
that
how
was
to
my
open it. Bring it in
Great
here.
movie.
I love that movie.
You just-
well, I told you
you want me to do it?
You
said you'll figure it out.
Oh my
Like,
God.
the total
Put it in there. Twist.
Accent twice, like sounds like my father.
What?
But
I'll
he's
do
like,
it.
You do it.
He's like, oh no, I do not drink whatever.
I do not drink of
fermented grape or.
grape or barley or something.
And they're laughing their asses off. What's so funny?
You can have this.
Like, it's funny.
And technically he could.
Yep.
Because it wasn't against
And
his
it's his
faith.
religion. It wasn't against because they didn't have
They
that.
didn't have it, so they didn't know about it. And if it's not in there,
Yep.
it's a loophole.
legal.
Ah.
Yes.
They didn't come out and say you can't have alcohol.
No.
They just said you
because
can't have.
that's all they knew. That's all they knew for religious purposes.
Now, since we're talking about past, is
Okay,
there a
rinse
certain
it out.
type of beer that, or whatever flavor, whatever, that you've heard about from way back that you said, I would need to find this one, I just can't find it?
Well, I mean, I've never like heard of a recipe that I was like, oh God, I gotta have that, because they got some pretty funky recipes. Like Dogfish had reduplicated one that we've been doing in the SCA for a long time. It's called Dead Cock Ale, where they actually use
That's
a
you.
chicken.
Dead cock
They
ale.
put a chicken in it.
Really?
They put a chicken in it?
Yeah, they put a chicken in it.
Now I've heard of blood rice, which they probably off the
Is this cleaned out? You gotta make sure you're good and clean now, because we're talking meat here.
We're talking meat, baby.
Ale?
A chicken inside
That's a
there?
lot of meat.
They put a chicken in the
I've
pot
heard of an
with
egg
the
and
with the
tequila.
beer.
And how did that come out?
Shitty.
Smelled like chicken and
Yeah, I would think
It's
so.
good. Holy
Kentucky Fried
crap.
Chicken in a cup.
Wow, I think I'm just high
look,
on smelling
cup.
it.
This I don't know, this has the date on it. This is old. This is like
Holy Lord.
1863.
93.
What happened?
1893, Lou.
can't see.
What are you saying?
So they
Oh, that was
So I can check. Yeah.
Oh,
That's the
Keep checking the
Twenty
video.
12. Yeah.
I can't sit over there anymore.
use it.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's
if
like,
Not too
wait,
much.
we got closer. What the hell just happened?
Yep.
Nope, I can't sit there anymore.
Bitch, out of my seat.
Nope.
You're in my
Going
spot.
Shut up.
You shut up.
I can't even, I can already
deal with
tell
you
on this
now.
one.
I'm not even.
Thanks.
12, 13, 14, 3 years.
Is this one a hard liquor? Or?
It's wine.
It's wine, dumbass.
Honey wine.
Dude, it just hit. Boom.
Settle
it just
down,
hit
Beavis.
You need more
me.
water?
No, but I'll just use this
There's
empty.
another water.
That one
Put
tastes
your nose in
good.
there.
Oh, yeah, water.
Yeah, put your nose
not
really in
Not
there.
like here.
Get it in there.
Put it in there.
Get
Pretend
it in
you're like
there.
deep sea diving.
That's what I said. I don't know if I can do that one.
He enjoys it.
Did you fart?
He loves it.
Not yet.
Oh, wait, did we even toast to this one?
Are we drinking it? Or what? What are we doing?
I did.
Just
He drank it before. Toast.
toast.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It.
Cheers.
I don't know if we're...
Here's to AA.
Yeah.
To the quitters.
Oh,
You
wow.
quit too early.
I actually like this.
Yeah.
What is
This is mead.
This is meat.
Honey wine.
Oh, shit, yeah.
This is sweet mead, actually.
Yeah, it definitely tastes better than it
It's honey
smells.
wine.
Yeah.
Are you pinching your nose?
I don't remember.
You right there?
I can drink
Did
this.
you try it when you pinched your nose?
No.
Oh, try it.
Why does it smell
You try it like that.
not
Does
so
it
good?
smell so good as it tastes? The taste is like awesome.
I don't know.
Why
I love
hold your
it.
nose?
Well, you're smelling the
Because he told him
alcohol
to
off
do
of
it.
it.
Yeah.
I like this.
But there's
like
so
a
much.
dessert.
my guess-
everyone.
my
Yo,
guess-
we should put Viking hats on.
I'm actually, I'm pretty sure I was wrong. It was the Scottish restaurant in the bathroom before I went not the German one. I think the German one had it, but it was the Scottish place that I
But
liked
the
better.
taste is
Okay.
really good.
Well, and just understand, like, as with wine, there are
Oh,
varieties
They
of,
blend
of
together.
so you
Members
can
of
have a
that-
dry
members of
meat,
that
you
party
can have a
have
semi-sweet meat, you can have a sweet meat. This one was sweet. This is a sweet meat. You know, is this something you're gonna drink a whole bottle of? Probably not. You know, it's
If you do, you're
it's
gonna
beefy,
be-
but well, you can. You know,
How long does it take to make this?
to make it, like to create it, it doesn't take really long. To age it out, that's the give. Like beer takes longer than a day to make, but then you can have it in a couple weeks. Mead is very quick. I can knock a mead out, hour and a half, put it in, cool it, we're good to go. Put the
Wow.
yeast in, we're done.
Wow.
But
But it has to
then
sit.
it has to sit,
Sit.
and then you're letting it sit. Now you're gonna
3 years
you're gonna
old.
want mead to sit I mean, this is 3 years. This is almost 3 years old.
Really?
July.
Was it July? So 2.5, right?
Wow. 2.5
July
years
8,
old?
2012.
12.
So the
love
longer it
it.
sits,
So
the better.
The more it.
Yeah, I mean, it'll mellow out. Like,
Yeah.
if have you ever had alcohol that tasted hot? Like if you that's the big thing.
Oh,
And people
yeah.
always wonder, what do you mean hot? For wine,
You wanna go
if
in?
it's young, it's going to either have a yeasty flavor to it or
It's not good.
hot. Hot. Okay. What I mean hot is when you drink it, it's warm. Feels
Yeah.
warm. That shouldn't
Yeah.
be there. That should just be smooth. You feel warmth out of this
So,
No.
because it has sat for
example,
2.5
when my
years.
dad makes his wine every year, he goes and gets a bottle from that fresh barrel that
Right.
we had.
Mhm.
And 3 weeks in, and it's 3 weeks in, but it's still hot.
Hot.
So when you drink that, you know it's a young wine. You
Right.
feel it on your palate. It's like, woo! You're like, okay, that's a young wine. It's got
Right.
that heat to it. Whereas, a year into that same exact barrel,
From
it's
Cat's Wine
smooth.
Corner.
No, I think he was explaining
It's a new
different-
segment for the
It's a
show.
new segment, yeah.
Cat's
Wine Corner.
Cat's Wine Cellar.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's in Adega.
See,
Sí.
Yes.
So
Spanish, I know.
now I guess is
Don't talk
any of
Spanish
this
to me
too
'cause
sweet for
yours-
you guys? Some people don't like sweet wine.
Good.
I like this.
I like
it.
sour
This could
wine.
be something.
I like it.
I would
Yay!
drink it. I
Let's
would
see
have
what
a
you
glass
got.
of
You like
this.
wine?
Yes.
I
There
like
you
sour.
go. This is something
Yeah,
that a lot
I
of people. And
Well,
let me tell you, in the
semi-
medieval
But I like
society,
red wines.
people love
Not
it.
out here. Humidity.
See, I don't
and
like-
I don't like the heavy red.
Okay.
I've had a white.
I don't like wine at all.
Oh, I like that.
I
Like
don't
a
drink wine at all. But
southern
this,
There's a
The
place.
peach
I can
wine.
fill this
Oh,
cup.
It's like a
There's a
But I
dessert.
can do my work up in the
Right.
office.
That's right. That's where you go sit,
Sip it.
relax.
Yeah.
Put this, and you said, I don't know if you noticed this. This has been aged on its side. But if you look, you can see it. There are some bits on the
They all
bottom.
think it's coming.
I don't know if you get a look at the bottle. There's some bits on the bottom, and that's
Really?
Yeah.
just
Oh,
leftover
yes.
honey.
Body.
I see
Oh.
it.
Yeah.
That's
I see
crazy.
it.
Little floating in stasis. That's just honey. Honey bits.
$100
I see it.
But it is so worth it.
But you guys are more than welcome to
Cool.
make more of this. I'm gonna let you guys fight over that. And
I miss my little
It is
brothers
good.
and my little sister and all their children now.
now you can make red mead
Oh, wait.
There you go. Oh,
if you like reds. I made a elderberry mead once. I put fruit in it
Elderberry.
and let it go in. It sat that sat for like 3.5,
I
almost
just
4
like the
years.
names you're putting these in.
Your
Elderberry.
father smelt of elderberries.
These elderberries are
The
dirty.
St. Francis Hotel in San Francisco.
Right. You say that like I've been there, but no.
Well, they have in front to give out. It's a mead, but it's spiced. It's red, and it's like 5-year-old.
Here, baby.
Whatever. It's like
She didn't like
you
it.
can smell it. You walk in the lobby there
Right.
at Christmas time, and you smell it, and it's like you go. It's the best thing.
Yeah.
It feels
Now,
warm.
Yeah.
how's this mead
Yeah.
compared to what you had?
This is good.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you like the
seriously?
other? Do you like this better or theirs?
No, this is compared to St. Francis. That's not fair.
No. Go ahead.
Do
Theirs
it.
is
Give
better.
it to him.
For one thing, it's been a while since I've been to St. Francis.
It's been a while
But
for Cat.
wow.
Sorry, continue.
But that was a red spiced, more like like along this line.
Was
of
it
the-
mead?
Yeah, it was mead. But you go to
Mexico.
here, Christmas Village.
You know, the mead capital of the
Christmas
world.
Village downtown, and they have the bull wine, which is not mead, but it's the spiced red wine, which
Okay.
is, it gives you that sweetness and that all the spices
Right.
and the warmth of.
I like this.
Of warm water.
And like I said,
See,
it's,
there is wine that you like.
It's mead, not wine.
Oh my gosh,
It's not beer. Exactly.
Yeah.
it is wine.
Now,
It's
so you
100.
agree
It's
on
wine. It's a
now
honey
you said
wine.
you didn't like it.
It's a
She
hunting
did
one.
not like
All
it.
right,
Honey.
too sweet
No,
for you?
and I think it was.
I think it
Well,
was
I
more of the
suppose you could
smell
use it for
because
honey.
the taste was okay. but the
Goddamn beer
smell
ain't gonna
was
be.
good.
Okay.
And it's like I gotta
like my
get
father.
past that.
Goddamn deer.
But I mean,
I'm gonna just drink.
it was pretty good. I mean, it was
He got
better
it
than
this year, he
some of
didn't
the
get
other
milk.
darker
That's right.
beers that I had. Like I like it that way.
Got a whole
I thought
bunch
it
of
was very
buddies.
sweet, and I enjoyed the flavor of it. But I guess it's not something that I would just pick up and
Gotcha.
and drink because the smell is throwing me off.
I like it. I like the smell.
I don't like the smell, but I love the taste.
The smell is a little overpowering.
Well, that's kind of like Lou.
That's right. That's right.
Wow.
I don't like the smell either, but
But you,
tastes okay.
but you like the taste.
Okay.
And next,
Brought to you by
we went
G
there.
exclusive.
When they went there.
Yeah.
Not a far trip.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
I-
good.
That was different. Out of all of them, me personally,
You don't
I
like
wasn't a fan of
Sweet.
it. I just don't like it sweet.
Of the
This-
meat.
Yeah.
you don't like it sweet.
He doesn't.
He likes it.
I'm looking back.
You like
He
it
likes it
dry?
hard.
Yeah.
And that can be done.
Bitter, it's sour.
Oh, yeah. It's all about how
He
much
likes
honey
it
you put. This is 5
See,
pounds
because-
per gallon.
Because to me, it's almost like, and I know it's not a wine, but I, like I was saying her, I like sour wines.
Okay.
You know, the whites. I
Sour.
like those.
Sour.
And, I got away
Dry.
from the reds. Now I like, but
He
this one was
likes
just
it
too
dry.
much.
I understand.
So,
He likes it
that's
dry.
right. I like it dry. And I'm giving it to you dry. This goes fast.
That's funny.
This is the best part of the show, Kat. This ain't getting cut out. I'm sorry.
Nothing ever gets cut up.
Nothing is edited out.
No.
Well, we edited one thing, but that doesn't count.
Yeah.
This is why I don't watch. I just refuse to watch.
I don't want
Even though she's a part of it, she just doesn't watch.
All right, so let's move on from alcohol. Now I want to talk some geek stuff.
Let's talk
Geek
geek
stuff.
stuff.
You want to make sure that
We
we're
do have to
still
talk
on?
geek stuff.
Yeah, because
You set a timer.
by the way, I'm looking at the camera now, but we were talking earlier. Like I'm probably as big a geek as these guys as they are because
So what's
Your geekiness?
What's your geekiness?
Star
What's your
Wars
main
or Star
geekiness?
Trek?
where
That's
do I
number
begin?
one.
All right, yeah, there you go.
It's
Star
like, where do we
Wars, Star
begin?
Trek.
Star Wars or Star Trek? Do I have to pick one, or
Yep.
can I say
Yes.
both?
No, you can say
You
have
could
to
say
pick
both if you want.
I say both because look, if you want me to pick one, I can't do it because I love them both. Like
Okay.
What are the
new
qualities
Star
of these?
Trek or old Star Trek?
I don't like the old Star Trek. I like Next
Okay, I
Generation.
agree with you.
Next Generation, yes.
That was
I think
always
that
really
the
good.
best.
That was my favorite. It's been really weird. I've been getting an education on Star Trek. So I'm playing STO, Star Trek Online, and not only it's really cool because like the fleet I'm in, the fleet I'm in, like it's like all like most of the guys are like ex-military. So like we all talk crap. Half of them Marines, I'm Army, you know, those guys. So there's all that, which is really cool. But like they like tell me all kinds of stuff, Deep Space Nine, and they've really knowledgeable.
So have you looked into the new Star Trek series that's coming out?
I've heard about it.
The best place to go to YouTube, and the name of it is called Xanar, AXANAR. They have I think it's a 6 to 8 minute trailer. But remember how in all the Star Treks, regardless of which old or new, they keep talking about the Klingon Wars.
Right.
This one deals specifically where Starfleet versus the Klingons go at it.
Okay, is it based on?
And they fill in that
Is-
they fill in that gap that all you've been hearing about is the Klingon Wars.
That
you-
happened
Time in
between
between.
Star
We
Trek
haven't
and
had
Next
movies.
Generation.
Yeah,
Or
okay.
series
Well, but
in
they talk
between.
about it. They finally get there. Shut up! I got alcohol. So,
Lose drunk.
but yeah, they get that
Okay.
involved.
There's
My day.
Klingon
Cheap.
War.
They got Richard Hatch. He's in there. A lot of characters, but if you look it on YouTube, Xanar, AXANAR, whatever, look on and it'll be
Forget
in
it.
there.
All other
And it's a
conversation is
really good
irrelevant
trailer.
I'm
now.
looking forward to seeing what they
Lewis
do
House
with it.
after.
Yeah, you'll
There's a lot of
Love
STO
it.
fans that are skeptical and like, you know, but like I'm kind of like, okay, I'm
Watch
looking
it,
forward
and
to
you're
it.
gonna say, wow,
I'm
they've
like,
really
okay,
done,
Star
and
Trek
they've done a good
conversation
job. They've
going.
been
It's your young
promoting it.
But
Picard
the
on
movies
it.
came out, and I'm like,
No,
oh my god!
there's
And then
nobody of the
Carl
people that we know of, which is
Right.
good.
Han
It's a
is-
complete
and
new
then
So
he's
character.
like, oh, I'm like, oh my god.
Okay, so did that answer your
And
question?
they-
I mean,
Okay.
if you make me pick one, I don't like it because like I gotta tell you, like there's like Star Wars, like Star Wars to me, I'll never forget. I will never forget. I must have been, I don't know, 8 or 9. If you told me the year, you guys might be, when the first Star Wars,
77.
77. Okay, what, 69?
2. Sorry.
8 years old, which is what I was gonna say. 8 years old.
Oh, you.
And that first scene,
That-
Been
when
drinking
that sold me. When I'd never seen anything like it. When that frickin' Star Destroyer
The
just
Star Destroyer came over, and you're like, oh my
you're
god, it
looking at
keeps
this thing,
going.
it keeps going. It's huge, and you never seen anything like it in your life. It's just like, you know, you just can't. And, you know, people will go back to Star Wars, oh, those effects were cheesy because they see everything we can do today. But back then, man, it was just
That
like,
was innovative.
nobody had anything like that.
They developed all those special effects
Right.
for that movie.
Yep.
So it was innovative. It was new. It was great.
Yeah, so you know, and I went and saw every movie that came out, the first 3. Okay? I didn't get into the second 3 as much.
Well,
I don't think anybody
that's,
did.
yeah, that's pretty much.
You know,
all.
I'm looking forward to what they're doing now because of, you know, I'm really excited to see what they're going to do with this. But, you know, and I'm not a trilogy guy. I'm not the guy that goes and got all the novels and got all the canon at some of the same thing with Star Trek. I didn't, but like, I'm just, so to ask me to pick one, I grew up with my dad watching Star Trek, and I was like, this is bad. I don't like it.
I had nightmares. Okay, my mom didn't watch it, but my best friend's father did. And remember the ones that, like, the bug alien things would crawl into their ears?
Oh,
like,
I remember that, yeah.
oh my god, I had nightmares
Yeah.
for weeks after that.
Wrath of Khan.
Wrath of
Oh
Khan.
my god! I was like, I'm never watching this. Like,
So do
ever
you
again.
collect Star Wars
No.
anything
collect
or
any-
Star
any
Trek
sci-fi?
anything?
No, I don't have like collections. I have like, I like Legos. So like I have like,
Love Legos.
I have a small group of stormtroopers,
Okay.
you know, like that. And then like, I played Star Trek Online, the Knights of the Old Republic Online. I
Yeah,
did that
that
for a
was-
while, which was cool. And because I'm a big MMOer. And I just started to do the Star Trek Online, and I'm loving it. It's fun, you know.
I've heard about it, and I think I've been wanting to get into it, but with so many things.
I understand. I mean,
but I do want to get into it
yeah,
because I've heard about
and, you know, and it's free to play. I mean, you can do what you want with it and just goof around. I mean, the ships, and there's some good storylines, and you know, I'm learning more and more about like the one thing I really like about Star Trek Online, and I don't want to make this about an MMO show or nothing, but like you really have to build your ships. Like you really have to like to get them where you want them. So there's like a big. It's like you've got your skills, and you've got skills for your bridge officers, and you've got duty officers like that use different missions for you, and then you've got your ship and what kind of ship are you flying? Is it an engineering-based ship? Is it a tactical ship? Is it science ship? And it's neat. So it's really in depth in the knowledge you put into it. And I just like upgraded my ship. I just broke 30,000 damage, which is like a plateau for me. And the guy that was rating the damage, I'm running I always want to say Prometheus, but I don't think that's right. But anyway, it's freaking awesome. It's just like really cool, you know?
Because it's yours. You built it from the ground up.
Exactly. It's really neat. So, what else? I mean, when I was a kid, man, if I had the stuff I had as a kid and didn't like, you know, blow them up with M80s and freaking glue them to, you know, melt them together to make Luke Vader, you know, and stuff like that.
I still want the Millennium Falcon.
I had the Millennium
Oh my
Falcon
God,
when I was the toy. The
I had
Millennium,
the G.I. Joes with the Millennium. Okay, so I was.
that Millennium
don't
Falcon.
judge.
That Millennium Falcon was awesome. That was the most.
Oh my
coolest
god, I
ship.
love that thing so much. Memories of, and the funny thing is like you have G.I. Joe, right, with the little jeans, the little guys, and they're like, here's your window.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I kind of only mashed everything together, but you're
I
okay,
put an
so.
M80.
Do what you want.
But I wish I didn't. If I know now, you know, I would have loved to keep that stuff. That's so cool.
But see, back then, that's what we did. That was
Exactly.
we're gonna blow our toys
Oh no,
up.
you're outside, you were doing
We
all
had
kinds
extra
of things.
guys.
It was
That's
in
what-
the dirt, and you
That's
were
what
creating
toys were
worlds,
for.
and you were doing.
There weren't rules about, you know, if you do this, you would lose your arm.
You had a lot of like secondary background figures, and you had like a
Yeah.
double or triple.
And
You're
you
like,
had your favorite characters.
you had
and,
a
you know.
magnifying glass. And you're like, let's see what happens
exactly.
if I melt this.
You know, and if you blew up your arm, you still had another one.
Yeah, you
You
were
know?
good. And
Back in those days.
You mentioned earlier that when you were younger, you played D&D.
Oh, I'm younger. We still got together. We haven't been because it, like we were talking earlier. It's like, you know, it's hard and like, you know, you get lives, you got kids, and like, I mean, we were playing. My kids were playing. We had my 11 and 8-year-old or 9-year-old playing. And they weren't great at it, but it was fun, you know. There was something. Get them away from the damn computer, like,
Yeah.
Shit, yeah.
you know. I mean, it's no offense. I like it. I'm an MMO player. I'll play it too, but use your imagination, man. You know, roll the dice, man. Get on.
Yeah.
It was paper, pencil, books, and dice.
And friends and
And
snacks.
friends and hours on it.
Yeah.
And it was, I remember
Yeah.
when I was in high school, I used to play, we would play D&D or we'd play the Star Trek role-playing one.
Okay, I never did that one.
And we'd go to a buddy's comic book store. We get there 6 o'clock. When he closed up, he let us stay there till the next morning, till 9 in the morning.
Oh my gosh,
And
how cool is
every
that,
Friday, every Friday into Saturday, we were there, and that's all we did.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And
We'd
it
go
was
in the
fun.
basement, my house, and I had like 6 friends. We were down there. We would be in there, and they'd be like, "Hey, but you know, like, I mean, I don't know."
It was a bonding.
Not only bonding, but you weren't out doing bad stuff. You were in the basement playing D&D and
Right.
snacks.
You weren't
I mean, you were
staring
putting
at
on
the
50
screen.
pounds, but I mean, but I mean, how
you
awesome
weren't-
was that?
You weren't sitting there in front of a computer by yourself.
Right.
You had your buddies around you. You had like
Exactly.
6, 7, 8
And they didn't.
buddies.
You could come up with your own options. That was the
Yeah.
other thing about D&D. Here in the computer, you're only limited to maybe 2 or 3 different ideas, if that.
Yeah.
You know, we were always ones to think
But-
outside
Yeah.
the box. You know what I mean?
Design your own weapon. Design what your
Yeah.
character would look like.
Well, what are you going to do? You know,
Everything was imagination.
exactly.
And-
So they don't just doesn't have it anymore. Everything's imagined for them.
Yeah.
You know, and listen. I told you I love MMOs. They're fun, but that's not my only. You know. Oh, and by the way, 5th edition's awesome. I don't know if you and I were talking about it.
I haven't done
It's
that.
awesome. It is awesome. 4th edition was the worst thing they ever put out in paper. They shouldn't even bother. 3rd edition was very good. I like 3.
Second edition,
Second, I still
the
have.
original and second edition is what I still have, and it's what I've always
Right.
played.
They simplified things in 5th. They've got a lot of options for character creation. It's phenomenal. It really is. They did a wonderful job. So we were playing 5.0 and having a blast with that. 3 is really fun. I like 3. 3.0 was really good too.
I'm like, don't look at me.
Yeah, right here I can tell the silence.
Yeah. But we,
I
you know,
played-
They try to teach me, but
I
I'm
We used to go
fine.
up. We
Not that much of
I
a
played when I was younger, and it was like every
I don't
weekend.
know. My
Same.
brothers, they no.
I
We
think
would
every
play.
boy at a certain point during our time went through that. Had to go through
Well,
the D&D phase
I think
before moving on.
for us, our kind of people,
Yeah.
not the jocks. Jocks
Yeah.
Right.
never
Yeah,
played
that's
it.
right.
Yeah, because my brothers are all into sports. So
Right.
Yeah, they
if
never
you did
played it.
sports, they had no idea what
I-
that was. I didn't know what it was. Till
I could
knew.
almost
Yeah.
recite you everything off page by page off the player's handbook.
right.
You know, because I was just so into it. I read it over and over and over again.
Remember the creases? The creases in the DM's guide would be like,
Yeah.
you know, there was the age chart. There was the what was it? THACO, and then there
THACO,
was
yeah.
your magic item charts. You know, remember all those were like
All that,
dog-eared
yeah.
or like
Armor
worn
to
down.
hit armor
Well,
class
those-
0, yeah. All
Well,
that.
those, like I was saying to him a few weeks back, that I went to a Comic-Con,
I got
and these guys decided to make a D&D version, but they called it was a cock-blocking game, which they did into Dungeons and Dragons. And it's basically, you know, there's one female, and all your characters, of course, the object is to get to her, but the winner is whoever can get cock-block everybody else and be the one that gets to her. And it was such a, great idea. I said, I'm buying it.
Yeah.
So, and then they go, there's version 2. And I said, I'm buying that one too. And they go, and you get the 20-sided die for free. And then all it is, you just cock blocking your friends and try to get, you know, the one female in the game. And I was like, this is great. So I played it, went through it with some buddies, and dude, we had such a blast on it.
Hey, I gotta tell you, you talk about that, and you know, I'm gonna say this, and you know, I'm happily married now and everything, but like, I got laid through D&D a couple times, and it wasn't with guys.
How the hell did that happen?
because the girls, they liked it, and I was like I'm a pretty good player and a pretty good imagination, and you know, and you got to.
Yo,
Yeah.
look, check out my PC, yo.
Yeah, well, no. I'm talking not PC. I'm
Look
talking,
at
you know,
my Ranger.
yeah, you know, I'm talking. You're talking about what you PC player character.
Player character, yeah.
I'm thinking PC. I'm thinking computer.
Oh,
Same
computer.
place.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, what are you
Hello,
doing?
we're in the
I knew what you were
D&D
talking
talk.
about.
But you know, I mean, it was fun. You know, it's just you know, and I think, you know, I mean, there's a loss to that. You know, like to the imagination, and you know, and you know, I don't want to get into the whole discussion about how screwed it up is through raise kids today, because you can't even
They
let
are.
them walk the streets anymore,
Right,
because you know you're
right.
afraid they're going to get picked up into sex trafficking
Yeah.
and shit like that. It's crazy, you know, and I
You know what? I think there's a big difference because it's like when we played D&D, there was no electronics.
Right.
It was
Well,
all
there
imagination.
was, but like Atari or something. But like,
Well, no, I mean when we played D&D.
They were
oh
just-
yeah,
It
no,
was just
that's right.
us. Everybody got together, we played, we interacted, we had fun, we made fun of each other, everything
Yeah.
worked together.
Yep.
And then video games really took off. I mean, we had Atari,
Right.
they came along, but it was still,
D&D was still there.
your buddy had to come over
Right.
and play.
Right.
And then even when we got into the Nintendo, Nintendo
It's-
came out, we still got together.
Yeah.
For us, it was always the group I was in.
It was
Okay,
the
we'll play-
internet that screwed it all up.
Yeah,
Exactly.
There you go.
But with my group,
Fucking
it was
internet.
we played
That
maybe
we
a
put our show
couple of
on.
hours, a few hours
Yeah.
of Nintendo, and then it'd be an all-night session of just D&D.
Yeah, yeah.
And,
Yeah.
there's a video game. No, we're
What are you
gonna
guys
stay over
doing
here.
this weekend? I'm hanging out at Johnny's because we're spending the whole weekend there playing D&D. When are you going to sleep? If we get to sleep, maybe 9 a.m., 10 in
Yeah.
the morning. We'll wake up about 4 or 5 and start playing.
Start playing again.
Order
Yeah.
pizza.
Whole weekend, man. Whole weekend.
Dedicated to it.
Yep.
And what's funny is, when you roll the die and you look at your buddy and go, you really thought you were going to do that move? And now you ended up killing me by accident. So, I mean,
That stuff's still funny, like we played
Yeah.
today, man. I had the one, I was so funny, this is just like, guys, we're sorry, we're really geeking out here, but like, the whole, we were playing, you talk about that, I was playing a thief, and the thief I was playing, he was a real pompous, like, I am the best lock picker there is, like, you can't mess with me.
Your character
Like,
was
my-
pompous.
Yeah, my
Okay.
character, yeah.
Making sure.
Yeah. And I'm like,
Talking about here.
yeah, and so he goes, no, it's actually me. No, no. And,
truth comes
get out of the way, I'll
So
show
let
you
it
how
go,
it's
Bob.
done.
It's all right.
I'll show you how it's done. And I walk over and I won. I roll 1 on the damn 20 side, right? And I fumble. So they're like, so the trap goes off. Well, they said you have to make a saving throw to see if it hits you. And I had like super next. I forget what dodge. It's like a super, like you can dodge out of something. Like
Evade?
evasion. I had just like real like big evasion. So like I rolled the dice, made the saving throw, missed it, and it hit the whole party.
well, that was kind of like what we would try the Robotech, our version of it. And in Robotech, one of my buddies, was being chased by the enemy spacecraft. And they go, what are you going to do, dude? And I go, I'm going to fire every single missile I have on my plane to destroy that guy chasing my friend. He goes, okay, so he does it. And he goes, okay, great. Now roll another die. And I go, why? He goes, just roll it. So I rolled it, and
Power
he
of
goes,
the GM.
and what happened was, not only did my missiles destroy the enemy, but the after effects of the explosion reached up to the guy I was trying to save and blew his plane up. So I had to go over and save him before his oxygen died out. But that's how geeky things
Yeah,
work.
that's right.
Yeah. She's like, what the hell? But,
WTF.
yeah.
This is like watching.
We know how to
like,
get Cat to be quiet. Like talk about Dungeons and Dragons. Look at her eyes. We're like rolling up. She's like,
What?
I'm done.
But for us, we're like, to a certain extent,
Love
we're
it.
just geeking out about the memories of,
Yeah.
what we would do.
Just pencil and paper.
Yeah,
and
hanging out.
And imagination and hanging out with our friends, ordering pizza, and just stinking by the next morning because you've been.
Do Joey's kids still play sports? Does that still happen?
Huh?
I said,
Well,
Joey.
she's trying to break up the
Do they
mood
still
here.
play sports? They still
Sports.
do
I don't
that,
know what
right?
you're saying.
Sports.
Joey, who?
Does Connor play D&D?
No.
He doesn't know what it is.
Does your brother's children
Oh.
still play sports?
Oh yes. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
You see?
Drink more.
Yes, you
Staying
drink
sport.
more.
Like,
Drink more.
what I'm
there are
What
more
I'm
beers,
saying,
guys.
there
So
are-
Yeah.
drink up.
D&D's like your generation didn't transfer over to the older generation or the younger generation.
Roman has
Older and
asked,
younger.
my boy has asked, because he's found, the old D&D books and the characters that I've had. He goes, what are these, Dad? And I've shown him, and it just seems, again, because of the way things are, it's like, there's too much writing involved.
Yeah, I know.
There's too much,
Too much
Work.
work.
Too much
Yeah,
reading.
Like, you want me to
why do you need an 8-sided die or
You can't really
100?
say that
What the
though.
hell does all
because,
these numbers
like,
mean?
Look at the kids are really into the Pokemon cards and they play that game. That's almost
No, it's no.
It's similar.
I agree.
They know the
I
characters.
and I organized this.
On a
Yeah.
mild
No,
scale, I
Yeah,
think
but
On a
they
simpler
understand.
form.
If I bring Connor out here right now, he will rattle off like 200
Right.
different Pokemon characters
on a
to
mild
you.
form. Think of it this
It's the
way.
same. It's just different.
Okay,
It's a
second
milder-
edition Monsters Manual.
Yeah.
Visual, like
I have that.
It's not
Okay.
as intensive.
How many of those monsters did you
Dungeons and
frickin'
Dragons?
memorize because
Dungeons
you've
and
walked it
Dragons,
before and your character,
Yeah.
you know, so it's kind of the same thinking. They know these cards.
They know the cards.
So
they know
we knew the monsters, so you knew, okay, well
It's a
then,
fantasy.
I gotta kill the troll with fire, because
can
otherwise they
go
regenerate, right?
Exactly.
Same concept, where they know, okay, well I know this card can defeat this.
Don't throw it. Don't.
And they have dice and they have
Right, it's
energy
similar
cards and
on
they
a
have
more minor scale.
On a simpler
and then
scale.
they
yeah.
add them on.
Because ours
Like,
were
yeah,
just,
I
you
guess
know,
so. There
we didn't have
multiple
just,
levels to what they're
we didn't have
doing.
just an 8-sided
In
die.
Pasadena, they have
you know,
clubs.
10. We had
Remember
a
the
100,000
30
sided.
Remember the 30-sided die, man?
I
Yeah.
have it.
Yeah.
Kenny's got 100-sided.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that, yeah. You ever see the fumble dice?
No.
Fumble dice, man.
Which
It's
one
if
is
you
that?
roll a 1, it was a 6-sided die, and it would say knocked out, break weapon. So you
yeah,
roll a fumble
yeah.
dice, and it would say, you know,
It would-
it breaks string, or you know, or it had all these different things. You rolled a fumble dice. There was a
I didn't like
there was
those,
a
so I didn't buy them.
30-sided dice book they had out. It was a pamphlet type book, 30-sided die book. They had a critical hit table, right? And it was nasty because on that, see, in D&D, normally, in the old D&D, you really couldn't get one. You really couldn't just die from one hit. Like generally, you know, unless it was like a beholder or
Unless you
something freaking
started out,
stupid,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You know, but like the critical hit dice table, you'd roll one to the 30-sided die, and it would say, you know, break arm, you know, cut off hand,
yeah.
or, and there was one of them like, you know, your head is bashed in, like you're dead. You know, so you could like die. No, but you shake your head. Let's think realistically, one shot could kill you. And today,
Yeah.
and so they tried to make it more,
Realistic.
a little more realistic.
They grounded it more in reality instead
Right,
of
they
just
tried
like
to.
a hit. You rolled a 20, you got a critical hit, then you rolled an extra die to see what that critical hit was.
I think for me, when we were playing D&D, the die that like, oh my God, was the 100-sided die. I never heard of a 100-sided die. I was like,
It's a golf
I
ball.
mean, no, yeah, but
It rolls forever.
Well, yeah.
It
yeah,
does.
but it was one of those that,
I
you know,
played it
you're
all
used
the
to the
time
standard,
upstairs.
you're used to
Yeah,
the
2
20s.
tens.
Yeah.
But all of
Yeah,
a sudden,
exactly.
here comes this, look, I got the 100-sided die. You're like, oh, what is this? How do you play with
What manner of magic is this?
Exactly.
That was one of the weird things. It was like it became a collector thing on its own with the
Yeah,
die.
sure.
With all the dice because
yeah.
like I have gotta check the video for
Keep talking.
It's their-
Shut up.
Oh my God.
That tells you if that's getting low.
The camera.
I need to check it. But that's what D&D was.
Exactly.
You know, like, for example, what was your favorite character that you liked to play as?
Dwarven clerics.
In yours,
I'm all
Kenny?
about dwarves, man. I love
I
dwarves.
always went the multi-class. I like the I stayed human, but I
Human
went
was
the
nice.
Spider-Man
There were a lot of
usually.
benefits of being human.
I like to have
I
a
like
little
the
bit
elf.
of all of it.
There's a lot of people that do like elves. Elven Rangers, man.
That's exactly what I played. And I was exactly I was about to say that. Elven Rangers were my favorite. You know, I love to play them. You know, same thing with just the regular the paladins. I like them.
Paladins are, if you play, they're hard.
I
The
thought they were a
old
pain in the ass.
original paladins were hard to play.
Yeah.
Because you had to follow a code, and half the time the
Awful
party
code.
wouldn't follow the code.
Oh no, yeah, and you know what? And
That makes sense.
after a while, I just like fuck it. I'd break
Yeah,
the
but you
rule.
know, if you're gonna play it right, you got to, and that's
Yeah, you
why I
do.
hated paladins.
Yeah.
You know, they
But they were
replaced some with
interesting.
like Cavaliers. Remember they brought Cavaliers out? That was a
Yeah.
lot lighter, and it had a lot of the benefits that the Paladin had.
Yeah, but I liked them because they were different.
I love
you know, but when
dwarves.
it came
I'm all
to
about
when
dwarves,
it came
man.
to the Elven Rangers, I loved it.
Dwarf fighters are awesome too.
It's just a Kenny.
Yeah, there's really not much
That's
fun to do.
It's
You know,
the-
but
it's the wind.
talking about this stuff, it's cool because it brings back those memories.
Good memories. Too.
Yeah. You know, and people may think, oh, well, how could you sit at a table and just roll die and write? And go, you have to get into it and understand how it's before you can. I
Same
mean,
as you sit on the couch and play a video game.
Oh,
for
exactly. Hours.
How can you do that?
and when we did the Star Trek, there were 2 Star Trek games. The first one was each
Five
person
beer.
that you played with was a crew member.
Right.
And then the other one was, I forgot, I think it was called Star Trek Battle or Fleet Battles.
Okay.
And it was a huge map, and everybody could, you know, do whatever they want with their ship. And that was pretty good as
Yeah,
well.
right.
And I think that was
So many games. You guys ever playing the superhero-based Champions or?
Yeah, I did. We played that
there
for a while.
was Champions was awesome. I thought Champions was the best system for superheroes. Champions, what was Heroes Unlimited? Was
Yeah.
it? Heroes Unlimited was
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
We played Space Opera. We played. What else did we play? We played. 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 We play A lot of my guys played Traveler. I was never really into Traveler.
So you grew up, you were born in what, 68?
69.
69? So you grew up
1869.
in the 80s, like we did?
Yes, yep.
Favorite cartoons? I mean, you're a total geek, so
Yeah,
Saturday morning cartoons.
yeah. I loved, there was, remember Star Blazers?
Star
Yes.
Blazers?
Remember with the,
I love Star
with the
Blazers.
Argos and the
Yes.
wave motion gun and all that stuff? And I love that.
Well,
I
what
love
about you, Kat? What was your favorite cartoon growing up?
Okay.
I like Thundercats.
There you go. And yours, Donna?
Smurfs.
I like you know what? You're laughing at her. I did too.
I love the
Smurfs.
Smurfs.
I used to like the Smurfs.
They were funny.
You know, all right, I'm gonna even do one better. For like a season, the Gummy Bears
I never
were
watched
my
that.
favorite.
I don't
morning
think I ever
cartoon.
watched them.
Wow. Oh,
Gummy
what?
Bears. The Gummy Bears. Remember the Gummy Bears?
No.
No.
Gummy Bears.
I remember the song.
Here and
That
there
tells
and
you I don't watch
everywhere.
that one.
I remember it, but I never watched it.
Yeah.
Great adventures beyond.
You just dropped the cool
I-
scale on my head.
Can you watch the Gummy Bears?
Wait,
What just happened?
he might mean
You know,
Care Bear.
everybody that is
No.
watching
No,
this
the
is
Gummy
now
Bears,
going to go.
Oh, we're fucking
They're going to
looking
go
them up
Google it.
No, they can't. No, he's right.
I remember
Oh, I
it too.
remember.
Like,
Gummy Bears.
I never watched it
I
though.
I like G.I.
used to watch
Joe.
Never.
That was pretty
That-
cool.
I think
With
one
the
of my
gummy
favorite
berry
ones,
juice?
like the old
Yeah,
funny
I
ones, like
remember
the
that.
Hong Kong
Yeah,
food.
I
Hong Kong
remember
food
it.
was awesome.
Like,
All-
And what was the name of that Doom Doggy?
Awesome. It was adventure beyond compare.
Speed Buggy.
Speed Buggy, yeah, man, I love
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I love Speed Buggy, but you know, same thing. I
Thundar.
like the Marty,
Thundar.
Thundar the Barbarian. I don't
Yes.
remember watching much of that one.
I watched
Marty
that
the
one.
Croft.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, Sigmund and the Sea Monsters, man.
Rob, what else
I
was
love
there?
those. I know.
And then HR Puffenstein.
I know Holly.
Voltron.
I know Holly
Voltron
from
was
Land of the
awesome.
Lost.
Land
I
of the
know
Lost.
Voltron. My kid
Yes.
has been watching Voltron on
The
Netflix.
Land of the Lost.
Since they've been
No.
Original,
Oh my
yeah,
god, they're
Land of the
Remember
I remember
Land
that.
of the Lost and Chaka?
No, Holly.
Chaka.
I know Chaka and I know
Chaka was like
Holly
this
because
big.
I've met them so many times that now we know each other.
Bill and Holly.
In fact, I've had her interview. I interviewed her for one of our shows.
Yes.
You met her? That's cool.
No, I know her.
You know her?
Yeah, she's good people.
Yeah.
But you know,
Yeah, they're personal.
And then we
friends.
evolved
not that
into
personal, but we're good friends.
That's cool.
current comics and current Comic Cons and current TV shows
Yeah.
that have gone. Well, it's all kind of a package deal. Comic Con
Yeah.
was San Diego,
Right.
and it's like morphed into Wizard World Comic Con.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They got the Walking Dead con
Well,
now.
yeah,
That one's in
yeah.
San Francisco.
You got Dragon Con. You got New
York.
York Comic
It's
Con,
huge.
which I went to on a Sunday, by the way, and it was ridiculous. Like you couldn't walk.
You know,
anywhere.
that's big this year, too. A lot of the guys, I wish I could, I would actually go to this, but at the 50-year anniversary of Star Trek, this in Las Vegas.
Oh,
I'll try to go.
At
you better go.
It's like the
You gotta go.
first week of August or something. Go check it out, man. I would go. All the guys from the my fleet, we're in the 7th, the Lucky 7th.
Yeah.
They're all going. One of the guys shows up in uniform and everything, man.
Dude, I'm gonna have to go and do
That's
some
awesome,
interviews
dude.
over
You
there.
gotta go.
We're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to put that. Remind me because I know I'm
I
gonna
want to go to
forget.
Vegas. I have been so
Tell me
long
how
to go
cool.
to Vegas.
No,
Go ahead,
but
go
get
to Vegas.
this. There are 7 RV parks in the city of Vegas, and
No. I'm staying at like the MGM.
no, but
or-
what's cool is if you want to. But here's the thing: if you got the money to
Go for
go in one of the hotels, man, awesome, do it. But if you don't, but still want to go to Vegas, what a great option that is, man.
Yeah, that's true. It
You
gives
know,
you an
think
option
about
to
that.
get, yeah. But
know?
usually Vegas, you can get the hotels. If
Well, you
you're
can,
calling
but-
and you know who to talk to.
They're still expensive, especially in Vegas.
Well, they're actually being cheap
I guess
now
it
because
depends on what
everything
time you
has been
go.
going on
If it's
and,
not convention
you know,
time.
people are still trying to recover
It's
from
cheaper.
the recession.
Uh,
So they're literally at points just
Trying to
And they're
go
not
out
making
there.
the
In fact,
money
there's
off
an app
of
called,
the room.
Yeah,
Hotel.
but you know the week they have freaking Star
Oh,
Trek. They're
That's
gonna
gonna
go
be
off
an
the frickin'
Well,
expensive
roof.
that's a
weekend,
gimme.
yeah.
They do that all the time.
Right.
But
Yeah.
there's an app out there called Hotel,
Yeah.
and
Well,
if you
wasn't
call them up like the
Tracy
night before
and
you
Ashley
leave,
were talking about Hawaii.
whatever rooms the hotels don't
Price-
sell
Priceline?
or can't get rid of, they just throw it out on this
Priceline.
app,
That's it?
and you'll literally
I
get
wrote it down.
30%.
Did you? Okay.
You know,
Yeah,
Like-
but you're taking an awful chance, man, if you're
Yeah.
really trying to plan it.
no, well, yeah, on that
Dude,
one,
I'm
yeah.
just going out to the
We'll
RV.
Sleep on the corner.
No, yeah.
Sleep
I wouldn't
outside.
sleep on the corner in Las Vegas.
Yeah,
I'll tell
yeah,
you that.
either.
No, not there.
No way.
No, but I got friends I got a friend I've known since I was 6 years old. He lives out there, so.
That's awesome.
I just-
Dude, I'll have to come out. I'd love to come out. We'll
Even-
RV out your way, man. Freaking cool
Do
as
it.
hell. Where do you live in
I-
California?
In Covina.
Where the hell's that?
That's like 20 minutes away from.
Where the hell is that?
SoCal.
South of it.
Is it safe there?
Yeah, it's safe.
Don't mean nothing.
It's not
That's
safe.
safe. If
We'll
I'm
live
there,
there.
I'm safe.
Okay.
Now, if it was Compton, you're on your
Yeah,
own.
no, I already know that.
Are you talking East LA? You talking?
If you're San Francisco,
Your
you're
call.
I
on
saw
your
his
own
yard.
too.
There's
Yeah, I ain't
big
going out
balls.
to San Francisco either.
San Francisco's fun.
Um,
Go out to West Side, you good too. 'Cause then you
I want
there.
to go. I just want to. One day, I want to see the
Do you ever
Pacific
go to
Ocean.
like?
I know, right?
You go to Comic Con?
No, but I'd go with you guys. Like, that's the thing. Like, it'd be really cool.
We're going on Saturday.
We're going this weekend.
Oh,
Well,
Money?
and it's a little one, so it doesn't cost much,
Yeah,
like $20.
New
Where is
Jersey
it?
Comic
New
Expo.
Jersey.
what is it? What is it? What is it?
It's called New Jersey Comic Expo.
Can you send me some
I'll
information?
send you the
Yeah,
link.
it's right on Facebook.
But we're all going.
Are you on Facebook?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, then we can.
We're all
I can-
going now. I'm going in costume.
What are you going as?
Darth Prime.
Okay.
Mashups are pretty popular right now. So I mashed up Optimus Prime and Darth Vader into a costume. So I think
It looks good.
yeah,
Okay. Darth Prime sounds pretty cool.
yeah, it's fun.
Are you? Anyone else going? You going? When are you guys?
Yeah.
How long
Yeah,
are you
I'm
guys here for?
I'm on here all the way until early Sunday morning. Then we're
Oh, okay.
going back to cabin. So after 12 days, it's time to go home.
After 12 days, he said, enough of me.
Not for the East Coast.
I don't even know how you take 12 days. To be
I've
honest.
had enough of him.
Well, right, like you, when we go, 2 weeks gives you enough time to like cover most stuff.
And the
but-
funny thing is, the way I
and
plan
then
it
you
is,
start to get homesick at the end.
well,
you know?
the way I plan it for November is, everybody at work always puts in to get the Thanksgiving weekend off.
Right.
That week off. What I like to do is take the week or a week or two prior to that off. So when I come back, I just go back to work for a day or two.
Right.
And then
Yeah,
we're off
holiday.
again for another 4 days,
Yeah.
5 days. So literally for me, the month of November,
It's a
I
vacation.
do
That's
nothing.
awesome, man.
You know, and then December,
So
of
you just
course.
take a couple, work a couple days, go out for fun. Yeah.
Done.
My wife, they made her take some days, so she's got off she's off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Christmas she's got some pretty cool. She's also in a government job too, so.
Yeah, and then
I
come
guess
December,
it's
it's already
great.
slow season, and
Yeah.
you know, it's just more just hanging out, just
Yeah.
doing a little bit of work. And
usually-
in my industry, it doesn't pick up until March.
All right, I got to ask you guys. This has been something like I was thinking like what I would talk to you guys about, but first thing I got to ask you: anyone psyched for Deadpool?
Yes.
Freaking Deadpool
Yes.
is awesome, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wrong person.
You don't know Deadpool? You don't
You're
like
looking
it?
at the wrong person.
No,
Look
you're
at
not.
her that way.
We're the geeks.
It's
Yeah.
freaking Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan, no.
Stop
Perfect.
slurring!
Okay.
Stop slurring!
Frickin'
Yeah, right.
Okay.
No, but let's be honest.
Shut
Having,
up.
think
shut
about
up.
the characters, particularly in the original X-Men. They nailed
What's over
every
there,
one of those
Cubo?
characters. Don't you think, like the characters that are portraying each of the
here,
superheroes,
Rob,
the
come here.
main ones anyway,
Yeah.
they've nailed it? Or is there anyone you think they've missed?
Well,
What do you mean by this?
Okay,
As in-
all right, look, okay. Patrick Stewart as
Patrick
Professor
Stewart,
X.
perfect.
James McAvoy.
I'll say here's a big disappointment when it comes to
Okay.
the X.
Yeah, no, but I'm talking about the original X-Men. I mean, to me, right now, Hugh Jackman is Wolverine.
He's Wolverine. That's
Yeah.
Well, here's
yeah.
the
I
here's the
agree.
one where I thought
I like
Hollywood nailed
Wolverine.
it perfectly when it comes to an X-Men, and it's the most disappointing one at the same time. And it was X-Men 2, where they finally introduced Nightcrawler.
I
They
know.
brought him
Oh,
in.
you didn't like him?
No, I loved him.
Okay.
And he was perfect.
Yes, and then they got the other guy.
And then they got rid of him after one. After I go, wait a
Yeah.
second. Nightcrawler was one of the originals, and how can you skip him in the first, bring him in the second, and then
then
absolutely
gone.
he's
Yeah.
gone? You can't. Same thing with Colossus.
Right.
I mean,
He was
he
in
shows
the
up,
second-
does
He shows
little
up
things,
and-
but
yeah.
he's gone.
Yeah.
But supposedly Colossus is going to be in Deadpool.
He's huge, and I heard
Yeah.
he's pretty.
Yeah.
It's
Like
pretty big.
original too.
But
Yeah.
but the guy they
he looked
picked,
good.
Kurt Waldheim, you know, who's Nightcrawler, they should have brought him in again.
He
'Cause
was the guy
just
that played.
awesome.
Reminded me of the voice and the way he portrayed it in the original X-Men cartoon. When Wolverine, when Nightcrawler was up and they did the whole pious, the whole chapel,
Yeah.
the whole monastery thing, you know, like, and they played it up, and that was canon. I mean, that was really where his background was, and they just kind of lost something with that. And I agree. I think. Do you think Halle Berry did good with Storm.
I thought she was good the first movie, and then ever since then, I think the reason
stale.
she's in there is because of her name.
Yeah.
You know, I really don't see her all that great anymore. I think it's just her name. You know, let's just put Halle Berry in there as Storm, and people will still come to a certain extent. And
I think
she
they
doesn't do-
downplayed her too much. Like
And
she could have
Storm was
been.
a
She,
major
yeah,
character.
she is a,
Like,
she's a major
the
player.
major-
She's
yeah.
really the second in command
Yes.
next to Professor X.
And they undermined her.
But I always thought it was Cyclops. I always thought Cyclops was his second
Early
in command.
on, but Cyclops loses his shit.
I see Storm as like when they're not quote unquote the X-Men.
In charge.
Like superpower team. Yeah, I see her as the second. But when it comes to them suiting up and going out, like they weakened her. I think they really took her powers down.
Right.
She could kick
Well,
ass
I
with
think
what she can do.
And I think they did that because they really wanted to push up Hugh Jackman. Like I think
that's
like
sad.
Hugh Jackman,
That's sad.
and I think that has a lot
It's
to do with.
typical.
Yeah.
That's typical for a lead female role that's powerful for them to bring her
Now-
down some.
Now, when you get the young generation X-Men movies, you know,
Right.
when they were
Next
retro versus, you know, Picard or whatever, with them, I like the next class a lot better.
Okay.
Because to me, it's not that big of a names,
Right.
and the characters tend to flow a lot better, and the storylines to me seem better in the next class group than with the others, because you have all these big names. And you have to give each big name because that, you know,
Yeah.
take away, you have to give them their part so they shine in that film. Whereas over here, they're not all big names.
Right, right.
So it's not really, we have to play this guy because, it's Halle Berry, or we have to play this. No, you have that goes out of the way. You know, the next class I really enjoyed. In fact, I've enjoyed their movies and take on X-Men a lot more than I did with,
You're talking about putting James McAvoy and J-Lo and those characters, the younger.
The younger versions of the.
And you know, I absolutely loved, who was it? Was it Quicksilver?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that version better than the version of Quicksilver in Avengers 2.
Yeah.
Even though both of those two
And that's
characters
funny
were in
because
Kick-Ass.
It's been
Right.
like
But-
back
and I
and
love
forth.
that
They've
movie.
been comparing the two because, like, the guy that was in that, he's an American Horror. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
That trilogy or that, it's not even a trilogy, how many
But I
series?
get you right.
Like, he's been in that so many times, and then
No, you gotta check.
more, but as,
More calm.
yeah, you felt more for that than,
Yeah, so
I always saw Quicksilver though as kind of like how the one like the one in the X-Men the
Avengers.
not the Avengers, the other one
Okay.
where
Next Generation.
he's kind of like because I mean that's the other thing too. You know, I mean how you guys are pretty big Marvel guys. Like I mean they are the offspring of Magneto, him
Right.
and the Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch, yes.
You know, so I mean. They need, I mean, and the thing is that I know that they're supposedly supposed to be trying to pull together Marvel as a whole now. Did you know that they are?
Yeah.
From what I heard, that they're, because of the licenses right now, because
Right.
they lost because of that.
It's like Spider-Man. And,
That's oh my gosh! Can you imagine Spider-Man and like all that? Like I'd love to see Spider-Man
Done
with
by
the
Marvel?
Avengers.
Right.
Well, then
We're
he's
going
supposed to be coming out with
Guardians
the
of
next
Galaxy
Avengers. He's
and
coming out with that.
Spider-Man
Oh, is he?
together,
The
but-
next Avengers? He is?
Yeah.
Well, they made a deal in Civil War. We're going to see him.
Okay.
It's not going to be long,
It's
No.
going to be a
but it's going to be. We're going to see him. He's going to be in there for maybe a few seconds, but he's still going to
an
be in
Easter
there.
egg.
And
And
then
is it the guy that's playing? Yeah, it's the guy that's
because
playing.
I think it's going to be more than an Easter egg.
Yeah,
The
he's
way
doing.
he's
Yeah.
training.
Wow, that'll be nice. Like,
Yes,
I just thought it was going to be a split,
No, he's
like,
training majorly, and doing like all kinds of parkour. He's going crazy with this shit. I was watching videos. Well, today at work. You know, not that I work, but anyway.
Yeah.
And his training program is ridiculous. So. from
Because
that-
if you Spider-Man, you know, with the Wolverine's another one, but I mean Spider-Man is like been around. Like he actually becomes one of the members of the Fantastic Four. He becomes a member of the Avengers. He's in the X. I don't know if he's with the X-Men, but
Well,
he's
the Avengers
he
interact with
fights
Guardians of the Galaxy.
with them.
Guardians. He was with the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Well, he was part of the Avengers, and Buckethead Nova is part of the Guardians of the Galaxy,
okay.
that interaction, he was with Rocket. There's like
Right.
all these interactions.
Right.
Like you have all these floating Marvel universes.
Right.
Okay? And Spidey, like, reaches out and he's dealing with, Captain America.
He
dealing
deals with all of them.
Dealer.
No.
He's a dealer, man.
Friend
He's
gets
slinging
down.
drugs, baby.
Like,
yeah, you
reaches
get
out,
some
he's
of
an
this.
actual friend of Hulk. Like, he reaches the big green guy here, which, like, brings him, like, Hulk, he needs his anchor. So, usually that's, Black Widow, but
Yeah.
Spidey fills that role, too.
Right.
So you have him pulling
But-
in
yeah,
but Spidey
all
is
the
a kid-
different, like, floating things and making it one
But
universe.
Spidey is one of those characters that he's so well done that you could put him anywhere and he fits.
Well,
He-
he's the human boy.
Yeah, but I
Loudmouth,
mean, no, his character is
obnoxious.
just really well made where, he doesn't have to get stuck with one group.
Right.
Right.
He can say, okay, we're gonna put him here. Like, for example, you've seen him where he's teamed up with Daredevil and the Punisher. And I mean, really, the Punisher, it's like
I've not seen him.
night and day between those
Right,
two
right.
because of their beliefs. And same thing,
I think
but he
he's
works
still-
well with them.
He's still young.
Yeah.
No matter what, and as long as we've seen Spider-Man,
And that's
Peter
after
Parker
Fury.
is still a young kid.
I mean, hello, it's Fury.
So
Yeah.
he's flexible. He can go with the flow pretty much.
How about the Avengers, guys? I think you think they nailed them.
I think they did a pretty good job.
Yeah. Yo, man. I don't. Yo. What's his name? Tony Stark.
Oh, come
Oh,
on,
yeah,
Iron
Robert
Man.
Downey
He is the
Jr.?
best.
RDJ?
Yeah.
He was
Yeah, you
made
can't,
for that
like,
role.
Oh my
I know.
God, he is.
Yeah, he is.
Iron
He
Man.
Tony
is.
Stark.
He's Tony Stark.
That is
Yes.
his role.
Yes.
It really is.
It'll be hard to replace him.
Yeah.
If that they.
Well,
And
they're
it's-
see how they're
but-
stepping him away almost. It'll be interesting. You said they did an interview. Did you? I don't know if you ever seen the interview with him, with Robert Downey. He said they were like he had the one more contract movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they said, "Are you gonna do any more?" And he said, "Dude," he's like, "I'm getting older." He's like, "This shit's hard," Like he was, when he was saying, "I don't know," and then he goes, "Well, is there any way?" Well, I heard that you said that if Mel Gibson directs it, you would do it again.
That's wait. That interview was with Howard Stern, and Howard Stern asked him that,
Yeah.
and he said, yeah.
No, it was another one. Howard Stern. It was the second time he heard it. I heard it. This guy said, no, that's right. It was with Howard Stern first, and this other guy said to him, he goes, "I heard that you said that," and Robert Downey, no, it wasn't that yet because he hadn't said that. He said, "I didn't say that, but now that you say it, it's a good idea." So we'll see. I'd love to see Mel
if they-
Gibson
if
get his
they
shit
replace-
together, man.
Here's
I'm-
the thing, Robert
I'm
Downey
Team Mel
Jr.
Gibson, I don't
doesn't
care.
need the Avengers.
No, he doesn't.
He does not need them.
He loves it though.
But
Yeah.
that's the thing, and he goes out, he's like the little kid that has his arm,
perfect.
and like he comes in and he is
He's
Iron Man. He's Tony Stark. He
is,
comes in with
absolutely.
a case and he opens it up
Yep.
and like
And you know what? I think they also
He's
nailed
the
it
character.
with Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
He's
He's
phenomenal.
perfect. And even with Captain America.
Oh, yeah, he was really
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans. Perfect.
the guy
He
that plays Bruce
I thought
Banner.
he was shit as
Yeah.
The new one?
the
Yeah,
Human Torch.
yeah.
Well, the
But
new Bruce
that's
Banner
growth.
and
That's growth
Yeah.
in
the
the
guy who
industry.
played him
That's
the
growth
second
as
time
an
around.
Yeah.
actor,
Right.
as a person.
But
Like,
I
Not
think
after that first
he nailed
initial
it with
flop.
Captain America.
Right.
He
But
got
the other guy, he did a good job
Right.
with it.
And I think the other two will do all right. Widow and they're not, I think they're.
She's amazing.
Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson, she nails it.
Yeah.
And I actually have to say that I think they underplay her because
Well,
she's amazing. She is amazing. She kicks ass.
Yeah.
Hey, Tony Stark said he wanted one.
I agree with Tony. Because she was just amazing. Her moves,
Yeah.
I would be afraid. I
You
would
ever
definitely
see-
be afraid to take her on.
I forget which Wolverine. This is kind of I keep asking all these questions, all these things. My ADD is kicking in. But anyway,
No worries.
you ever see the cartoon version where Shield or Fury comes to Wolverine and says to him, "I need you to do something for me," and Wolverine's like, basically, "F off, I'm not going
Right.
to do it." And he says, "Well," he shows him, "I know where the mansion is, and it might leak out. You might have visitors and things." And he's looking at him like, "Bitch, like you asshole," like because he was basically blackmailing him to do some of Shield's dirty work.
Sounds like Fury.
So he said there's some people that are having problems in this winter village. They're turning into like, he didn't tell them, but they're like turning into, it's a cartoon version. This is phenomenal. There's a great scene, that's what I'm getting to. But he says, I forget how he gets them to go there. And basically what it is, it was a Shield experiment gone wrong. Where basically the people were given the serum and they were turning them into like abominable snowmen, like Yetis.
Oh, God.
Sasquatch.
There we go.
Bigfoot.
They're turning into snowmen, and of course so he sends Wolverine here. Well, it wasn't about the snowmen he sent him for, because they dropped Hulk there to take care of it.
So, Abominable Hulk?
So Hulk's there, and he doesn't tell them that Hulk's there, and they drop Wolverine there to handle the situation. So of course, long story short, Hulk and Wolverine meet up, and there's a fight, and basically Hulk pounds Wolverine into the ground, and so they do end up teaming together because these abominable snowmen are attacking them, and they have this antigen, and they save the people and everything. But there's this one scene where Fury lands, and he comes out, and it's funny. The first time Hulk pounds Wolverine, he like pounds him, and Wolverine's like flies through the air, just like it could have went to the moon. He's just flying through the air, and he's just and Hulk was calmed down at the moment, and Fury comes up, and he's like, did you take care of the problem? Yeah, but I got a bone to pick with you. And he's just like, what do you mean? And he says like, Hulk, and he punches Hulk in the face, right? Hulk's like, me smash! And he pounds Wolverine, and he goes flying, and Wolverine's going, and Hulk's there going, looks over at Fury, and he's just like, Rah! Like Fury's stuck there, and then they cut it away. But I thought that was awesome that Hulk pissed him off. I mean, Wolverine pisses him off. He got pounded just to get Fury in front of Hulk.
Dude, how cool would it be if Marvel got the X-Men back?
They need to. They need to get all of them back.
Universe. That
Fantastic Four. They need to get Spidey in. They need to get Avengers.
Fox screwed the whole deal with Fantastic Four.
Oh,
they just have not taken care of that group. They don't know how to fix it.
Right.
And no, but I was right. When they came out, when I heard about this last Fantastic Four, I go, it's gonna fail because they've changed things. They're trying to be PC. And Marvel's like, no, you don't change any of the characters. They have to stay the way they are. Right. And Fox didn't agree. And literally, Marvel pulled out. They said, we're not going to support it. They killed the comic.
Marvel pulled out.
And they did. And they literally, for the Secret Wars, if you look at it, there's no Fantastic Four. Yeah. There's no Doctor Doom. Because anything dealing,
Secret Wars,
Marvel pushed away everything that had to deal with Fantastic Four because they said, we're not promoting anything.
But no. I have the Secret Wars, and Mr. Fantastic is in there, and his wife.
Then they changed that on that because
she dies.
Well, yeah, she dies.
But Mr. Fantastic.
She's the one who dies, and that's when Spidey comes in and replaces her, right? Or was it Firestorm?
They're taking off. They're taking off in a ship that he made, Mr. Fantastic, and he's trying to reach out. He's literally reaching out, and they're telling him, you got to put the shields up. Because everything's going to blow. He's like, I'm almost there, I'm reaching her. And at the last second, they're too far away. And like Mr. Fantastic gets his hand cut off because the shields go up, cut off his hand.
Is that possible?
Back.
Anyway.
Yeah. And that's it. I don't have the rest
it
of
was just,
that's horrible.
They did absolutely horrible on that. I mean, they didn't care for it.
Right.
And Fox has been horrible with literally all their films.
Fox just sucks.
Whereas you go over to Warner, they've done actually pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
What was it? Warner, I think they did Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Ant-Man.
And The Flash.
I don't know. I just can't get into that.
Like the TV show The Flash. They're like, oh, The Flash is coming. I'm like, seriously? Here's my 10-year-old totally psyched over the fact that The Flash is going to be on TV, right? And it starts, and I'm watching it with him, and I'm like, okay, this is good.
Wait, is he Ant-Man?
No, but it's
But he's
Warner
like
Brothers.
Adam,
Warner
right?
Brothers.
No, but I'm talking about on Flash.
They had the Atom.
The Atom, right? That's right. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's what I thought you were talking about. But go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just Warner Brothers. So you got Arrow, which, I mean, nothing against Arrow, but I'm not
I'm not an Arrow.
All right, listen. I was talking to you.
Yeah.
I like it because I still like superheroes, and
I
I
gotta
think
pee.
but there's a lot of things about that
And
show that I
like,
think
what
stupid.
is it, Stephen Amell? who
Stephen
plays-
Amell's awesome. He
Oh
plays
my
Arrow.
God, I love
But
him.
you know,
Like,
but is it like how true is that? And I should wait for you to come back because this is a DC thing, and I don't. My DC etiquette isn't all the way.
About
good.
what?
Well, like I thought, like Oliver Queen. I thought the Arrow was supposed to be kind of like he was like a playboy philanthropist, like kind of like a goofball. Like kind of like he was kind of like this Arrow's like super dark.
What DC is doing is there's so many. Okay, so like the Flash that we see on TV is a different Flash than who they're going to have in the movies. It's different universes.
Okay.
So the Arrow that we see, like they don't call him the Green Arrow yet.
Not yet, but they're going to.
And they're trying to evolve him into the Green Arrow, but it's multi-universes. So
Well,
you're
I mean, that's-
because even in the comics, you have these multi-universes.
Right. They show that on the Flash. I mean, they show that, so I get that. But
Right, so I think they're trying to pull all that together. The problem is you have a lot of character development and you don't necessarily care for these characters that are on
Well,
Arrow
look, they're
that
starting to
you
bring
do
in
on
was
Flash.
Hawkman and Hawkgirl.
I didn't know about
They're-
Hawkman. I just know Hawkgirl was they just
They're supposed to
showed
be
her.
bringing them on.
They showed her at the end of
Yeah.
the season
Mm-hmm.
of The Flash. I know that because she was
Did you see
standing
it yet?
there. No, I haven't
Okay, I'm
seen
not going to give you any more, but I'm not saying no more.
Now let's go to Gotham because he doesn't like Gotham.
it. Okay. Oh
I-
my
Wait, no,
God.
we got to be
I
fair, yo.
love the Riddler. How can you not love the Riddler?
I like-
I don't
and
know,
I love-
that show went downhill for me.
Are
It
you
started off good.
The second
but-
season is so much better than
Yeah,
the first.
well,
Like,
I
the
lost
first was a
it.
lot of character development.
yeah.
You had Fish Mooney, who's not even a real character, but
I
And I
lost
think
it.
that's the one thing that was
I'm
killing
not going
me,
back.
even though I stuck with it, was Fish Mooney. I just didn't care for her character. I've never really cared for Jada Pinkett as an actress. That's
I think
me.
she did a really good job.
Right.
But I
she
just,
had,
but I just
Like,
didn't
she's
care for that
badass.
character in that. I
But
didn't care for it.
she wasn't an actual DC character.
No, she never
She
was.
was made for just the series.
She was again. We go back to they needed a name
Insert
to
Jada
bring people.
Pinkett Smith here.
Stop
Well,
me.
yeah, they were bringing in a big name.
Right. But, you know, you got... Hello?
This will be the extra
Hello?
long version.
Answer.
No.
Hello?
You know what? Just before he comes out, because you say you like
That
the, and I love the Riddler.
And then this
I
whole
love-
Penguin Riddler thing that's going on.
Yeah, it's freaking amazing.
And he's like trying to make Penguin happy. And I'm like, oh, he's so cute.
The Penguin's amazing. I've never liked the Penguin in Batman. He was always so
But
corny.
it gives him, like the whole mother thing, the whole entire thing gives him depth of character, which he didn't have previously
Well,
have.
he was just this fat nerd, like an idiot. Like
He's a
they're-
fat nerd.
Yeah.
That's Luke. Oh, there he is.
On the phone.
All right, we're gonna. Are you moving? What do you,
It's like, perfect.
oh, pee break.
E-break. Who are you talking to?
Business.
You got no business.
I got business.
You got no business.
Yes.
All
You
right.
got no
So-
game. You got no business.
So we're back to Gotham. So that first
Gotham-
season,
I don't like Gotham.
we know that.
Why?
We've established that.
Shut up.
No,
No, you shut up.
we gotta
This is
listen
why.
to this.
Because
Here goes on
it's
his
like
rant.
they're all you.
You go on
had
your
your
rant.
chance to ran off. You shut up.
So
They're going off on all these villains that are all
here we go.
they're all fully grown. They're already establishing
Not
themselves.
all of them.
Long before Batman is even Batman. Bruce Wayne is still, what's he, like 12?
But it's not about Batman.
But it's about Gotham and Batman's
It's
villains.
about
It's
Commissioner
his
Gordon
villains.
and more Penguin than anybody else.
No, it's about his villains. Penguin is a Batman villain.
But they're not talking about them.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, but the
They're
thing
talking
is,
about Penguin?
But Batman is a sub story to everything else. He has Bruce Wayne is a sub story to everything
Bruce
else.
Wayne growing up is a sub-story. But Batman,
but you're not-
his villains came after Batman.
After, but that has nothing to do
And
with
that's
the
what
story.
this story is screwing up. That's what Gotham
No.
screws up.
Okay.
All
wait.
these villains are popping up now, fully grown, when Bruce Wayne is only 12.
Catwoman's not, but
Catwoman's like, she's
Ivy
like
isn't.
16.
Ivy isn't.
and Ivy.
So
Catwoman,
when Bruce Wayne
Joker's-
grows up and becomes Batman, all of these villains,
Penguin, wait a
Penguin,
minute.
and Joker, are going to be like with
Penguin
walkers.
was always Penguin was always an older character than
They're gonna
Batman.
have walkers.
Penguin was always an older character than Batman.
Okay, so
Wheelchairs.
So let me tell you. Let me jump back.
Electric wheelchairs.
Two things I want to talk about. First thing is, I've heard another like hardcore Batman fan say that he doesn't watch it because what you said is he said really Batman created
Yes.
the evil characters of Gotham. But having said that, okay, if I can see that the people that are hardcore Batman fans not liking it because it's not canon. Stepping aside from that, it's freaking cool because they're really showing a development of these characters, of who these guys are, and I think it's cool. Like, it's just like in a way the multiverse concept of Marvel. You know, you can have a whole different. We were talking when you were in the bathroom about, you know, I've always seen Green Arrow as kind of like a jokey kind of
So have I.
foolish
With
guy, but
boxing glove kind of arrow and stuff like that. He's
Yeah.
always been more of a joke to me.
right, and so they're
Why don't we
making.
slide over so you're not so smoky.
I'm fine.
So the answer to that is it's like an alternate universe. You know, like it's another universe. So they're really pushing that envelope in Flash. Okay, so that's cool. So don't look at Gotham with eyes on canon. Look at Gotham for what they're showing you. Look at Gotham with a new set of eyes and say, you know what? Okay, this isn't canon, I know that. But what are they doing in the show? And if you can get over that, you're going to see a really good developed show that's showing you how these bad guys become bad guys. I think what they're doing, like I gotta tell you, I've never liked the Penguin. I thought the Penguin was always a nerd, stupid idiot, like dumb. The way they're running this guy and the guy that plays Penguin, he is awesome. I love his character. I love the joke, the Riddler. You know, I really love what they're doing. You know, I like how they're implementing. What's her name? The Catwoman, you know, and how she's young and they got. It's just neat. So if I think I see your point, and I understand that, and I'm not saying that you're wrong because you're not.
Have you watched any of the new season?
The
New season, no. I
is
haven't.
better than the last season, and the stories are amazing.
Yeah.
Now, the only other thing stepping back from it is they are. I'm glad that they're making. What's his name? Commissioner Gordon a pretty badass, and I love what they're doing, but he's almost superhero-esque now. That's the only other thing I'm kind of like.
No, but I mean he's still human.
I'm not seeing him as super.
He's going through his anger issues. What I don't understand is things like Barbara, because Barbara Gordon, like, she's psycho.
She's hot.
Nah, I don't like her at all.
Freaking a nutball. Like, he just
Well, you
had
know,
to
they
drop
took
her
care.
off a building.
Have you seen? You know what happened to Barbara?
In the show?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So, you know, we know that she gets knocked out.
Right.
So, but here's the thing: the way.
Thank you. I didn't
Not
know.
knocked off?
Oh, no,
What are you
no,
talking
no, no,
about?
no.
Spoiler alert.
Thank-
You're
you don't
supposed to
even watch
say
it.
it.
It's not
You're
right.
supposed to say
He's
it.
wrong.
Yeah.
Good.
You're-
Good. I'm wrong. Well, the way I looked at it, I thought she
Jackass.
was. I haven't seen it since.
No.
I've been out,
She has-
so I'm
she's
off.
not- no.
I'm off by
not,
show.
she's not.
Okay. Mind you, when I left, that's what I saw.
Spoiler alert again.
So there you go. But in all respects, to me, I look at the show as it's more a story about Commissioner Gordon and Penguin, how they're coming up. Everybody else, to me, is a sub-story.
Well,
And, no,
no.
wait. This is how
And
I'm
this
seeing
one,
it.
in the second season, it's
But
based
this
more
second
on the
season-
villains.
But yeah, that's
backstory.
true. And I love the second season. I absolutely love it. The first season, I enjoyed it, but
It's
not
getting
enough
better.
for me to.
And
yeah.
it's actual real people. So it's not
Yeah.
Fish Mooney's taking up
Yeah.
spotlight when
And
she's
that's
not
the
an
point.
actual
I gotta tell you,
character.
the guy that played Joker,
Yes.
the guy that played
Oh,
the.
God. And he's
How
the-
are they going to
he's-
replace that guy? That guy was freaking awesome.
He did
Yes.
look good.
I got the concept of like him infecting Gotham, and he was older. He was like supposedly too old to be, but there were other Jokers that were older on the timeline than Batman. So like Penguin's age, right?
I don't know about that, but I don't know. I'm not.
We're
I'm
talking like history,
Like
historically.
yeah,
You can't
like,
go by
Or
history,
was
though.
I
he?
mean, like what if we
See,
go
and
like
that's the
back
thing
to
with
the
Kenny.
TV
I
show?
think Kenny is stuck on that.
I'm trying.
Based
No,
on
I'm saying,
comics.
I think that's,
Based on comics,
That- I think
was the
that's where you're
Joker
stuck at
always
it.
And I'm
Batman's
glad
age,
Barbara's not
or
going to
was
be,
he?
what's her name either, Harley Quinn.
no,
that
no.
didn't make any
That
sense.
wouldn't have been,
But
But-
did you see Harley Quinn?
No.
There's a woman in 4 seasons back in the jail, and she passes past. And
4 shows back.
Yeah, thank you. Barbara is inside with the guy
That was
that is
4
playing
seasons.
the Joker or whatever, and there's a blonde chick, and she's a doctor, right? She's a doctor who is in Arkham, and she's walking past and she's looking in.
And I
she's
did see
blonde. That's Harley Quinn.
Yeah. Yeah, I
But you're
saw that.
like, you haven't seen her since.
Right.
Like, so you know that Barbara isn't Harley Quinn. You've
Right.
seen Harley Quinn.
But I'm
she
loving the
hasn't-
way the story is being developed.
I love it too.
And then
They
you
made-
leave
they
her
have-
out because
Look
you
at the
got
show with new
Suicide
eyes.
Squad.
No,
coming.
no. Is Bruce Wayne important to the story?
Not really. That's
No.
right.
it's just
So
something-
see-
No,
Like,
but
I
he's
think-
not. They could do what they're doing without him, but
But as far as the comics go,
that, I think it adds
the
that
identity.
knowledge that all the things, he is a sub-story, what Lou said.
Right.
He adds another facet to it, to the fact that, okay, these guys are coming up, this is how badass these guys are. Here's Bruce Wayne coming up with Alfred, and it's kind of like, okay.
And
I
he
love,
keeps saying, I want to fight, and Alfred's like, you're too young to do
and I
anything.
love what Alfred does here, because here he's more exposed than anywhere else. Now you're getting a more feel about Alfred's history or his makeup.
And the military.
Yeah, and how he evolves with Bruce Wayne.
I think
No.
I think I would be better if they, instead of involving Bruce Wayne as much as they do, if they put him as in,
He's hardly in the show at all.
well, he should. I don't think he should be in the show at all.
But he's a vital
Because-
part of the...
But he's not.
What happened? No,
They-
what happened to him with his parents is a vital
That
part. of the
sets it
story.
off.
Right.
And that's what.
But
that's
his
where everything
interactions
comes.
with, like, Selena
Yeah.
and stuff like that, those are important to see as they get older, and he is part of it,
Yeah.
where that dynamic comes from. Like, it's
See, that's where it
microscopic
comes-
parts of the show. Like, you're talking
The only
in
thing-
5 minutes of the show that kind of builds up to where...
They're going to stop that show right when he becomes Batman. I'm going to be pissed, because I want to see Batman do shit.
They're going to.
Well,
You're
they're
going to see
supposed to
him
be-
like put the cowl on
Yeah.
and turn to the camera
That'll
and
be
boom,
it.
Yeah.
credits.
They're supposed to
Done.
be introducing a hero into this role, and I keep forgetting the guy's name. But they're introducing a hero into Gotham. I forget his name. I just said that. But it's supposed to be
Aquaman.
No, not
Oh,
Aquaman. But that's what they're supposed to be introducing a hero. They've been talking about
They
it.
are on the
To try
waterfront.
to give a little bit of an even playing field. I forgot who it is, but I can't remember his name right now. But they're going to do that. Coming
You ever
up.
see the cartoon, what is it, in the Bold, Batman, in the Bold, or it's Batman, or it's basically like, they got Aquaman on there, and he is funny as hell. Like, it's like they have like Batman and Superman, it's a cartoon. But he comes up and he goes, I'm Aquaman! and he's just like, you know, every time he talks, and Batman's like, will you shut up? You know, like, it's awesome.
Aquaman in the new movie, or...
He is pretty badass.
He's
gonna be
a
badass.
freaking badass.
He needed. They always. That was always. I remember the old cartoon.
Yeah.
Tiger the
It's
Dolphin.
so
The
cheesy.
sonar thing
What?
coming out of his
Yeah.
head.
Where are my puffin fish?
I'll call a whale.
Riding
I don't-
dolphins.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, dude,
Like, if you have control over the ocean, seriously,
he doesn't really have control of the ocean.
just the animals in
The
it.
animals.
Yeah.
What's that
Yeah.
going to do? And how good is that
Like,
going to be
it'd
in
be
life?
cooler
What's that
if you
gonna
had
do?
control over the
Starts-
water. Like,
Stops drug traders.
Hey, don't. Yeah, that's right. Don't mess with him at the fish market either.
I'm confused.
I'm sorry. I'm still.
I need you to come with me to the
Aquaman.
fish market.
Aquaman's like this
Well, look,
dumbest
you got
character.
Marvel's version of it, Namor.
Namor
You know, the submarine.
that they're killing off. They're killing him off. I just read that today,
Oh, I haven't seen that.
and it was more like, hey, Marvel's gonna kill off Namor, like anybody cares, because nobody does.
Have you ever seen Booster Gold?
Yes.
Yes.
Booster Gold is freaking amazing.
He'll be coming out. I
With his
think
own
he's
show?
gonna be no. I think he's gonna be part of the Justice League.
Booster
They've
Gold.
also been talking about a
Do you know Booster Gold?
No.
Oh my God.
And
Booster
Blue
Gold
Beetle.
gets, Blue Beetle
Okay,
and Booster Gold are like this.
Yeah.
I've heard
Those
of Blue
two.
Beetle.
They're
but I've
the
never heard of
ambiguously gay duo, right there.
Booster Gold is like,
The rich man.
he's like,
He's from the future. He comes back in time to make a fortune, because he wants to profit off of his knowledge of the future. So he has this
I've heard of
little
this story
computer,
before.
little what's it called? He has this little computerized like
Robot.
sidekick.
Yeah, yeah.
That follows him around and keeps him up to date on the
and he
future
is a
events.
hound for, like, he is a freaking fame hound.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
He's a
he's
fame
always
whore.
like, you want to
Yeah.
take my picture? You know, like, he's like, I mean,
Just
he's
look
just
at the
like,
covers of his
Really?
just look at the covers of his comic book, and
he is funny as hell.
Yeah.
But I can't wait to step. I'm looking for. Okay, who wins in a fight?
Uh-oh.
Okay, this is a DC
Oh, no.
versus
Here we go.
Marvel.
I like this.
No.
All right,
All right.
Thor
No.
or Superman?
Oh.
Whatever.
Superman.
No contest. No contest. Because even though Thor is an Asgardian, he's still mortal.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, I'm still up here. We're
Hey.
still talking.
Hey.
I was just checking because it's getting so late.
No, we're good.
You're safe.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
Kidnapped him.
We haven't left yet. I haven't left yet. All right.
Okay, babe.
All right. I'll see you in a bit. All
Prisoner.
All right, love you.
right. I love you too.
Love you.
Bye.
Hey, bye bye.
That's gonna get you in trouble.
Oh my God.
Nah, she's so laid back. She's such a great person. Anyway, yeah, it is one of those questions that
One
like
of the
had to
questions,
do.
because like Superman has picked up Mjolnir. He has picked it up in the comics, so he can wield it. So if that's
How's that possible?
if you're worthy, if you're
Oh.
worthy,
But
that's
I'm talking. How is that possible from DC to?
No, I'm not worried about that. That you
Also,
can't go into
Wonder
that.
Woman has also picked it up, and she has become the female Thor. And that was during
Thorina?
there was a crossover where it was literally called Marvel versus DC.
Oh, I
And it
remember
became
that.
the Crisis in Time crossover where it was Wonder Woman versus Storm, and somehow because of Thor's fight, Thor took on I forget who he took on, but he lost the hammer, and it wound up with Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman went over, picked it up, got the power of Thor, and went to take on Storm and said, you know what, this isn't a fair fight. And she put it down and then took on Storm just with
Without
her. And she actually lost.
Who,
because of
Wonder
that.
Woman lost?
Wonder Woman lost.
Yeah, I can't see how Wonder Woman could defeat
Storm
Storm.
without.
Storm
Yeah.
with the hammer. I think she could easily.
With the, yeah.
She didn't have her invisible jet.
So,
Dude,
yeah.
how? Do you remember the original Wonder Woman with
Yes.
the old show with her sitting there and be like,
Do I remember the original show? Oh my God, Linda freaking Carter?
He remembers.
I
how
love her.
how cheesy was she though, man? Like in the day.
Stop.
They made,
Stop.
dude,
Great.
they
I
made-
love her.
They made. I'm not picking on Linda Carter.
The character.
The character Wonder Woman in the
Yeah.
old
The
character-
days was
yeah.
so bad.
And what was it? The
The
early,
new Wonder
early
Woman
80s?
that has like powers like Superman kicks major ass.
Yeah. It
You
was
remember
predatory.
ISIS? Yeah.
Oh.
ISIS.
That
Yeah.
was a female
Yeah.
god.
We don't talk about
TV
Bush.
show.
Where do you
called
go?
ISIS.
Thank
I
you
gotta
very
go.
much.
You leaving,
Have
Kat?
fun.
Yeah, I have to leave. I have a child that has school tomorrow.
Ah.
Oh, bullshit.
So why? But I'm just sleeping in.
Night shirt.
They can get up on their own.
But Kenny, you put her
Oh,
in. but
right
she's-
now there's a crossover going between Star Trek and Green Lantern Corps.
Really?
Yeah.
How's that? It's a comic book thing?
Yeah.
Ah.
And I think it's a 4-part series.
Oh, neat.
And it's pretty cool. It works. It's
Yeah.
working.
Which Star Trek though? Which ones?
Kirk
Oh, okay.
and Kirk. But it works. It really, really works.
That's neat.
Is she coming?
You know. So that's one that you might be interested in.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
What time is it?
It
like
is
quarter to-
10:46.
Yeah. I gotta get trucking soon.
Uh-oh.
I got an hour ride, so.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But,
We want to keep you too late.
Yeah, but it's been a lot of fun talking.
No, likewise. I know we've enjoyed it. We're gonna be talking about you even after
Yeah,
you leave,
yeah.
right? We gotta have them again.
Yeah. I'll have to check
next
the
time.
calendar. That'd be fun to go with you guys Saturday, but I just gotta check.
Yeah, yeah.
Because,
I know.
where at in Jersey is it, do you know?
I'm not sure. I'd have to. We've never been to this one. So.
Yeah, and I don't think we're gonna be staying on because, like I said, we're gonna be leaving from here. We got to turn in the car at 3 in the morning, but we're probably gonna leave here around 1. You know, just get settled in at the airport and just wait till 6 a.m. You know.
Yeah.
It's
Because
early. You
it's-
don't have to get there that early.
Well, because the whole thing, you know, getting up and just we just want to push.
Time's your flight?
6 a.m. out of here. That's the earliest.
You know,
I've
the
ever
only
left.
thing I'd be wondering with all the shit that's going on in the world right now, I wonder how bad security's going to be. Like, I don't know. That's the other thing. We went to Ireland in June, and it was like, it wasn't bad. But then again, there wasn't a lot going on back then. You know?
Right.
Yeah, because we fly out of here at 6, and then we fly into JFK. We fly to JFK. It's an hour flight, and then from there we go straight on to
Oh,
Canada.
you got to go to JFK too, huh?
Yeah. I haven't been to JFK since when I was in the Army back in 94 when I was coming back from, no, not 94, 91 when I was coming back from Germany.
Okay, I was in Desert Storm, so.
Yeah, so was I.
Oh, really? What'd you do in the Army?
I'm recruitment.
What was it?
I'm recruitment. I was on the M1A1 tank.
Oh, no shit. I actually was in one of them before. I was a medic.
Oh.
Yes, I had a lot of fun. The group I was with was pretty versatile. I got to try, do a lot. I was in a helicopter at one time.
What division were you with?
I was with the 157th.
Okay, yeah, I was in 3rd Armored Division. So,
Yeah.
I was part of the 7th Corps.
Okay.
And when we went in, we were literally the tip of the spear.
Yeah.
You know, because our patch is spearhead, and our company was literally at that tip, leading our division. So when we finally met up with the Iraqi forces, the colonel said, "Okay, Bravo Company, we're gonna pull you guys back." And we're like, "Whoa, wait a second! We've been up here for the past 2 days, 3 days, leading the column, the division, and now you're gonna pull us back? Let us stay."
Yeah. How long did you serve? Were you long?
90 to 94.
90 to 94. I was in 86 to 92.
Okay. Yeah, 92. I was back here in the States, and then that was it for me.
Yeah.
That was it for me.
Got some time. 4 years up, they probably offered you U5, and you were probably like, nah.
I was done at that time. They were downsizing because of no more Warsaw Pact, and we just came back from a great military victory, so there was no longer a need to keep, such a big army, in ready. So, and then I think what happened was they started letting go of a lot of good soldiers that I knew for the most stupidest reasons, just to downsize, and that just ate away at me because I wanted to stay in as a lifer.
Right.
But seeing what they were doing to, guys who just dedicated their life and because of something stupid, they were gone.
Right.
There was one guy
Running them out.
Yeah, well, there was one guy who, when you back a tank up or you put it in a parking spot, you have to have a guide. And his guide didn't tell him because there's no rear view mirrors, there's no,
Right.
there's no warnings behind you when you're backing up that there was a truck behind him, a military truck. So he's doing exactly what the guide was telling him to do, runs into the back of that truck and hits it hard enough that he twisted the frame. So of course it's a complete loss.
Right.
So he was like, "Oh my God!" Well, not his fault. Even though he was driving, he was following the direction of the guide, but they didn't go after the guide. The guide was only I think he was an E3, a private or a specialist
That's not
E4.
right. How's he supposed to see?
Yeah, and he's an E6, a staff sergeant. Not his fault. They droned him out. 16 years, I think 16, 18 years, gone. And it sucked.
Yeah.
It completely sucked. And after seeing him, what they did to him, it ripped everything out of me at that point. I loved the military, loved the army. I just didn't care for what they did to me.
Right.
And after that, then when I was in charge of a couple soldiers, they started drumming them out because they were overweight. And so I tried to keep them in, and I'd talk to the company commander, and I'd say, why right now you're saying he has to be kicked out of the military, but yet if the war starts tomorrow, all actions on this soldier ceases, right? His paperwork to kick him out ceases because they're going to need his body, not
Right.
for combat.
Right.
But if once combat's over, those actions continue. So I go, doesn't that seem unfair that, you know, he's not good right
When
now,
does-
but if we
yeah.
go to war,
You're
he's
gonna use
great
him.
now.
Yeah.
The
Then
military
he's
gonna
does
need
that.
Yeah, and I go, that right there.
The military
Yeah.
never considers fair.
No, and that
You
one.
know how it is.
Yeah, but that one, I mean, seeing enough of that, you know, like I said,
You were
some
like
really
that,
good
yeah.
soldiers being booted out for that was enough to just say, you know what, I think it's time for me to go.
Yeah.
And you know, if there's any decision I regret, it's probably leaving, but at the same time, it was the right decision for me at that
At that
time.
time, yeah.
You know, would I like to have gone back and stayed? Yeah, but it was the right decision for me at that time. You know, so interesting.
It's kind of messed up.
Yeah. So I did my time, served honorably, and then got out.
Me too.
You know, but I'm also one of those who, if they call me up today, I go again. You know, that's just me. But I'm off that mark by 2 years. So
Yeah.
so I'm beyond being called back. But tonight was great. You
Yeah,
know,
it was a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
I've enjoyed it.
was nice.
I know the girls enjoyed it. And,
Yeah.
and Candy, we don't care. But
Yeah.
but you know, we all had fun. I mean,
Yeah, it was good, man. I knew we would have fun. I had fun with you guys the first time we were hanging out, and
Yeah.
could come up meet you and
yeah.
chill out, see what's up, you know. And it was
Then-
good, man.
And then talking geeky stuff,
Oh yeah.
especially the D&D stuff.
Oh
Yeah.
So, you know, I enjoyed that
Yeah,
part.
it's good stuff.
Yeah.
man.
I can still see, while we're talking, I still see myself in my buddy's house at his table. You know,
Yes.
we're right there just playing in the dining room, and his family couldn't eat because
Yeah,
you know, there's 10
everybody's
guys.
spread out and
Yeah.
everybody's got their papers and their books
Exactly.
and
Maps
dice.
and books and backpacks, you name it.
You know, it's really funny talking about it now and thinking about it. Like I only played, I don't know, few. I didn't.
Right.
I only played when I found, you know, when me and Kenny were married and
Yeah.
he found a group and we got together maybe like 4 or 5 times. That was
Right,
like
right,
it.
right.
But I mean, it was kind of fun and I was trying to learn, but
Right.
they were way above me. But
Right.
anyway, I was just thinking as we were all talking about it, I'm thinking that once our kids are like out of the house, I can see a bunch of us at the same, like older, sitting around a table, like you know, like my
Yeah.
parents sit around and play like poker or what do you call it, that other game?
I think I know what you're talking about.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
we'll be sitting around playing Dungeons and Dragons, you
Right.
know, when we don't have that responsibility and you actually have time, you
Right.
know?
Right.
Yeah, no, I still got friends.
How
who-
old are your kids now?
He just turned 13. I don't have one, so.
Yeah, no, I have friends who still play.
Yeah.
To this day.
Yeah, I mean, you still play, but it's just like you can't get together as often.
We did.
and-
I'll tell you what. We had a couple groups. Even when we had when the kids were babies. Not my wife, because they were coming to our house,
Oh,
which
okay.
made it easier.
Right.
You know, and we had little babies, and we're real little when we come. We had a couple campaigns that went like almost 2 years.
Wow. See,
You
that's
know,
good.
which
And
is-
how often did you meet?
Every other week we did.
Okay. So that's good.
I think the last time I played was after we got back from the war. There were a couple of us who, hey, you played D&D? Yeah. So we meet and we go to one of the guys' rooms and, you know, we get together and we start playing there.
Yeah.
You know, but I think 91, 92 was the
Wow.
final year that we played, you know.
Yeah, we got to a point. I remember there was a period of time when I was younger. Like I was always DMing. I didn't mind doing it. I had all these ideas in it. And I get older now. I don't feel like putting the effort into it, man. It's a pain in the ass.
It's hard.
The DM, you know, and then come up with good ideas. I mean, I'm good at pulling shit out of my butt and being like, okay, what do you guys want to do? Okay, and then throw something together. But I'd rather be prepared, you know, and have something decent, you know, going on. So.
What the heck?
Oh, I'm gonna eat it inside. I don't eat out here.
Why?
Huh?
What?
Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome. This looks awesome.
Butter cake.
Did you taste it yet, Ken?
No, we do not.
You will now.
There you go.
Thanks, buddy.
Homemade butter cake.
By Donna Biddle. So if it tastes awful, it's her
It's
fault.
my fault.
Oh man, that's awesome.
I never knew what butter cake was until I came by. Have you ever had butter cake? No, that was butter cake. I'm like, what? Well, we don't know what that is on the West Coast.
We don't have butter on the West Coast.
Yeah.
And make it
You don't
into a
have
cake.
good food at all on the West Coast.
Oh, come on. They probably have some of the best Mexican food, man.
Yeah, I've been on the West Coast.
Whatever, Mexican.
We have an
Let's not even
authentic
start with your taco place.
Whatever.
There's a place we go to now. It's far from here, but down Delaware, it's freaking awesome. And we know Mexican.
Huh.
Because
It was
my
like
wife,
cooked a little too long, I think.
it's still
little
really
bit.
awesome. My wife did mission work in Mexico and ate in a Mexican household.
Wow.
And I served in Texas and had some pretty damn good Mexican there.
Mhm.
So there's a place we go to called La Tolteca.
La Torteca.
They make a phenomenal chili relleno. So damn good.
Yeah. My wife makes it, but she won't make it as much anymore, or hardly if ever now, because there's so much work that's involved to make
Oh, I
it.
bet.
My mom will make it, but we'll never eat it because I didn't like it. My wife did,
You like hers?
and I liked hers. I mean, everybody else I knew would make it,
They don't, you
then
don't
I
like it?
would really just shy away from it. She made it, and I was like, I love it.
Wow.
It's not Mexican unless Lou approves of it.
That's right.
Everything is below Taco Bell out here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Can't even consider Taco Bell Mexican.
Well, that's what he says. It's below. That was good, Donna.
That was excellent. Thank
Did you
you.
like it?
See, what we got to do is get you out towards the East Coast here. And then,
I am on the East Coast.
We showed him a house the other day.
Yeah.
right up the street.
And then
Right up the street.
everybody get a little RV action going on. We can go RVing together.
Yep.
Dude, there's one of the things that they're selling in Hammond. They have one of the parks right in Gettysburg. And then they actually have the guys come into the RV park and they do stuff in the RV park, like some of the reenactors and
Yeah.
stuff. I'm like, that's freaking cool.
That's awesome. Well, see, we'll get you the information for the Bigfoot weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll be doing that, but
You can come out with us.
Yeah.
We're gonna have fun. There's like no alcohol allowed, but
In your cabin.
that doesn't stop us.
But
your
we,
cabin
but we
it
make
is.
all our shenanigans are interesting.
Yes. We have fun.
You're so
What the
pretty.
hell did you do with the plate?
I folded it.
Look at Chewy. She's like, did you guys
we gotta
drop
hook
any?
up in it and fold it over.
What kind of dog is she?
She is a Schnauzer. She's
what?
a half Schnauzer, half Poodle.
I thought I saw Schnauzer. We have a Schnauzer.
Oh yeah, she's all Schnauzer except for the fur and the ears and the tail. It's more Poodle. Like it's not as coarse as a Schnauzer. Oh no, please don't.
Yeah, it's
How's
good.
that?
Oh, she'll have the runs and you'll
Oh,
clean it up.
yeah. You're my friend forever.
That's that Schnauzer. She's our little girl. She's a lover, and I can tell. She's
Oh yeah, she is.
Hey, man. Keeps all the mess in there.
Gotta make it hard.
Yeah, that's what she said.
We just put it in the fire.
I'll be right back.
This one we want.
Where you going?
Richard.
Hurry up, because I gotta go too.
I want to go to McDonald's now.
Come McDonald's.
I'm hungry.
So bad.
You ready to wrap this up?
Come up here.
Yeah, I
Put
guess
that
so.
up here.
We'll wait till
Yeah.
Come here. You say hey?
Lou stuff.
She.
Come here, baby.
Come She'll jump up in your lap. Go
Well,
ahead.
I don't know if she'll go for me.
Up, up,
She's like, I'm looking for food.
here.
man.
up, up, up. Good
No,
girl.
that's a good yeah. Go see about. Hi. Oh, I'm going down. We just had upward where she just got her hair cut and I like you get her hair cut, it's like, you know, $50, $60 if you
Yeah,
go like that.
yeah.
But we have the breeder, it's a friend of ours. And what's cool is one of my really good friends has her mom, and then his parents have her grandma. Right, so it's really neat to go over there. She knows how to cut schnauzers.
Yeah.
She's got the full beard, and
Oh,
like,
yeah.
it's freaking awesome. I love it. I didn't really think I was gonna like the breed. I love it. She's a lover.
I've always had Schnauzers. This is the first time I had a mix, and I love her.
She's amazing. She's so nice.
Chewy is just so well mannered and just
She's awesome.
She's a good dog. She listens. Well, we trained her really well too.
I think they have a temperament though. Like the Schnauzer temperament to be nice, like generally.
Oh yeah. I mean, and she'll just, oh my God, she cuddles and she's a lover. She's a lover, not a fighter. But she's very intelligent too.
Yeah.
Oh my God, she'll do any kind of tricks for you.
Good girl. She's like food.
No more.
She's like, yeah.
I'm gonna
I had a
bring all
great
this
night
stuff
tonight.
in tonight.
You know the other thing too about RVing?
Yeah.
Bring your dogs.
I
Yeah.
know.
Right?
Me and Kenny are gonna. That's our retired.
That's our.
She's
yeah,
probably
that's
lovely.
our
How's she
plan.
around other dogs?
She's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, she gets along
How are
really
you
well.
about other dogs? Huh? Would you like Precious?
Probably.
You guys could be buds. You two could be friends.
Yeah, our plan retiring is get an RV and just travel.
That's exactly what me and Holly want to do.
Yep,
Man.
that's
I
what
said
we've been
that I
talking
don't-
about it for years.
We want.
years
Oh,
now.
have you guys have cable, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look up. I think it's Thursday nights. I don't know how much you're into TV or not, but they have a show called RV Nation. Get great education, like
Yeah.
on there, like on like your options and like the types.
Oh, we should
and, like,
we should start that now.
because it's just really good. Like I know like I said, we just saw it was a 25-footer pull behind.
Yeah, we
And-
want to drive one.
The only thing about they're really expensive, man.
Hmm.
You know, and then you could tow your car with you. I mean, that's
Right,
nice,
right.
you know,
That's what we were
fine.
thinking about, like just getting a small car.
I mean,
Don't put too much on if we're gonna.
and by the way,
That's all the little stuff I want to see.
diesels,
Thank you.
the way you're going to want to go. Diesels are more expensive,
Yeah.
but you'll save money on gas in the
Gas.
long run,
Power. Yeah.
and the power getting up hills and shit.
Yeah.
So, and I was looking at the fifth. There's some gorgeous. But I saw this. They had this 25-footer. It was a 2014, and I wanted it so bad. I showed Holly, and it had one pop out. It had triple bunks, queen size bed, private room, 2 doors for the room, so you could close both doors for privacy for the queen size.
Yeah.
It had a full TV, full like flat built in,
Yeah.
and a
Yeah.
couch, a beautiful dinette, like a sit around dinette, nice size refrigerator, everything beautiful, good sized bathroom. It was just gorgeous, and brand new. That would have been about 30 for that one, 19 because it
Wow.
was a year old, and I was like. I would say, I mean, the only reason we can't get it is because the 17-footer is 15, okay? But we don't have the pickup to pull. It's 5,000 pounds, and I went and started pricing some pickups out, but we owe too much money on our van right now, and I'm just going to get the van, the small one. And I said, Holly, because we have an estate to settle, and that's when talking about the brewery and stuff's going to kick in. Then we'll go looking at them and do it when the time's right. But right now, 17-footer will be just fine.
How old are you? Me? Yeah.
He's old. He's like 62. 64.
No.
No, it's not. Well, he said you went in the Army, to 94?
Yeah.
94 was your end date?
Yeah.
90 to 94?
Yeah.
Did you go in when you were 18?
Pardon me, I was 15.
You're full of shit.
Whatever. You're so full of
So,
shit.
yeah, just do the math, man.
All right. Let's
I
wrap
think
this
I'm
up.
older than you are.
How old are you? Oh, wait, if you went in 86, yeah, you're older than me.
46.
Yeah, you're older than me. Kenny's probably older than...
I'm 43.
See, he's older. You're an old fucker.
Fuck you.
Whatever, shit.
Whatever.
Hey, I'm old as shit. I feel it.
You can admit it, why don't you admit it?
I admit it.
Admit it.
I'm
You're
not
an old
old.
fucker.
No, I'm not old.
See, he's not little
I'm
shit.
not old. I don't feel
You know,
old.
when something messed up, I was thought, this is pretty messed up.
You're old.
My cousin, my dad's brother, son, got a call last night. He's a big guy. He's bigger than me, taller. 43 years old, had a heart attack and died last Thursday. I'm going to his funeral Friday. you hear that kind of shit, you're just like, what the hell? And I have like a lot of medical stuff, like I have fibromyalgia and all this shit. And I wonder about, he had to have been having some kind of cardiac issues, man. That normally doesn't happen. There's usually a lead to it.
You usually have stuff building up and you just don't go to the doctor.
Exactly right. So then the question is, when was the last time you went to the doctor?
Right. I hardly ever.
Or, you get those pains in your shoulders and you just blow it off that, this is nothing, it's just muscles. But there's usually a lot of warning signs for, so my guess is that that's a rare thing to be hit like that, especially when it doesn't run in the family.
Yeah, there was a time for me where I started losing a lot of friends who were either a year or two older than me or 2 years younger than me, and they were all getting heart attacks. Big guys. And I said, you know what, I gotta lose this weight. I went back to the gym, ended up losing like 60 pounds, 65. So yeah.
Put it all back on like a year later.
No. I've actually all I've put on. I've only put all back on, since August is only 10 pounds. That's all I've put on. It's just getting rid of that damn 10 pounds. They're like, we're back, bitch, and we're not leaving. I'm like, motherfucker.
You know what? My biggest stumbling block is food.
Oh, jeez.
Food.
I wonder why.
That's a big hurdle.
Dagnabbit.
Food. I love food.
I always say, it's funny. It's like, I think, like, that's why there's so many people overweight, because, like, okay, if you're, like, addicted to cigarettes, and there are people that are, it's easy. Well, no. It's still hard to come off the cigarettes, you know what I mean? But you don't have to have them to survive. When you're not used to eating right, you have to eat to survive. So then, that's just because the temptation's always in front of you. You just got to have the willpower to do it.
But I think it's because of where we are. Like, we are in an area that loves food.
Yeah.
We create food. We have all kinds of variations. And
I agree to that.
He comes out here and it's a joke.
Yeah.
It's a joke, but he plans his vacation
On the gobbler.
for the gobbler from Wawa. Okay?
But you can't belittle Wawa. We had this same conversation. The East Coast has Wawa, You guys
awesome.
don't.
And then we go down to the Reading Terminal Market.
I love the turkey.
And my God, we just go through and just eat.
Yeah, that's all we do is just eat.
And then we brought a whole bunch of food home with us this time.
So we can eat more.
It's like you go on vacation. Yeah, this is so funny. Like I said to Holly, I'm like, you remember when you were a kid and you were like, your parents just laid on their butts on the beach, they didn't want to do nothing, and you were like, run, come on, man, then your dad gets up, you're like, get out of the water, Then you go out there and then, all right, I'm done, and go back, and then you're like, come on, what's wrong with you? And like, now it's like, I don't want to get up out of the seat. What's your vacation off that? Where are we going to eat?
Yeah, where are we going to eat?
Where'd you eat? Take a look. Where's all your pictures at? Well, this is Lebec Fen. This is so-and-so brewery. It's like, that's really what our...
We do that. I mean, we go different places and we look for new places.
Dude, you guys would get along. So I wish we lived a little bit closer.
See, for me,
I'm hanging out with you guys all the time.
For me, I have a group of friends who are foodies, but I mean, they know, like Emerald and all those high chefs. So we go.
I'd rather,
but no, we go and we, this is the group that I'm in, and we all know this is what we're gonna waste.
Yeah.
This is what we're gonna put away, and we get picky on our food. And I tell them, dude, the East Coast has. I mean, the problem over here is where are we going? What's next? It's always like the first year my wife and I just came by ourselves. We went home with extra poundage. Right. And then the second year, we watched it. And I think this time around, third year we watched it, but this time around, we watch what we ate, but the things we've done so much walking. Like when we went to New Jersey, and then we went to DC for these past 3 days. All these others, I saw, bitch. But we've just been doing so much walking that whatever we've eaten, we walked off. But it's food.
You go on believing that, buddy.
No, we walked off. But it's
good thing you're only here for 12 days.
But like I said, when we go to Vegas, we reserve the chef's tables, and, but it's worth it.
The food out here is just so good.
Yeah.
And it's
and
hard.
it's inexpensive.
Yes.
Well, that's the problem. Somebody once said that's the problem with the U.S. is the reason everybody's fast because Well, food's just so damn good. Everywhere,
Wow.
people turn food into an art form. Hey, have you tried this? Or look what we did with the regular,
Well, that and the shit they're putting in our food. I think
Yeah.
that has a lot to do
Oh,
with it,
yeah.
too, but
Yeah, that too.
that's a
but-
government thing.
It's all good. I'm still eating it.
Yeah.
Well, what choice do you have?
Yeah,
That's what,
still gonna
I
eat
mean,
it.
I get venison when I can, and we eat that, but
Yeah.
like, like,
My dad just got. I can't wait. It's been a
what,
while
deer?
since I've had venison.
I can get
yeah.
you guys deer. I mean, you let me know what you need, I can get it. I get you your deer, man.
I'll get you my deer.
I know a guy.
I know.
I know a guy got
$3.
deer.
Listen, $3 a pound butcher.
Wow. Wow, that's good.
Yeah, I
Like,
got-
he'll get you a whole deer. Like it's usually like anywhere from 25 to 30 pounds.
I got a buddy who goes out into
That's
the
really
mountains, goes
good.
hunting, at least once every weekend. Comes back with a deer.
In California, they got deer in
Yeah.
California. What about armadillos and shit like
Yeah,
that?
that shit.
What do they
all that
eat?
shit's
Armadillos in
out there.
California?
All that
They
shit's out
they
there.
eat. There's no grass out there for them to eat.
Trust me, you'd be surprised.
Armadillos don't eat grass, do they?
Eat
In the area
sunflowers,
that I'm in,
see-
the area I live in, the mountains are 10 minutes away from me.
Coyotes out there?
Everything's out there. Mountain lions, everything's out there.
And where you live?
Bobcat,
Bobcats would be pretty cool. I
Yeah.
wouldn't want to hang out with one, but.
No.
but they're out there.
Yeah.
Bear, everything's out there. It's just the point
Are
is,
you? Oh, so you're out. Okay, you're still kind of South Central, right? Like
South Central.
like LA is in.
We're LA, but this is downtown LA, and then we're over here by the mountains.
LA.
We're like 20, 25 minutes
How
away.
many earthquakes have you felt?
A lot.
All of them. Yeah.
Once a
Yeah.
week.
Yeah,
But-
excuse my French, but fuck California.
You know
I
what?
know, right? It's gonna
They're,
be going
they're not
to.
that bad, because
We're waiting.
and what's funny is
We're
here's the
waiting.
funny thing: we know who the tourists are, because when we have an earthquake, you'll still see us out there like, oh, okay, that one wasn't as bad, but you can tell tourists because they just scatter to the four winds, like when you guys had that earthquake back here a few years ago. Oh, the East Coast had a 5.1 or something,
Yeah.
and we could see all
It
the
wasn't
drama
that
on the news. See all the news going on about, let's see all my
Craziness,
East Coast friends and on the West Coast, we're all like laughing. We're like, 5.1? We don't even get up for a 5.1.
Okay, but all right, true, but
We don't have them as often.
true.
Yeah.
We don't have them as often.
But no, for us, on
But
our
have
view,
you guys ever
it's
had
hilarious.
a true ice storm?
No.
It's California.
What's ice?
Okay, yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, let me tell
That
you,
goes
my
in our
friend.
drinks.
We make snow
California-
with machines. out there.
Californians would shit their pants if they had ice storms.
Oh
Or if
no,
they
they would
drive
shit their
in the
pants.
snow.
They'd kill themselves. They'd kill themselves.
Yeah.
Everybody out there's made of sugar. The minute there's a sprinkle, we're fucking it's done.
They're
And then
gonna
we
melt.
have multi-car crashes, left and right.
I know, I've seen it. We've Skyped.
Yeah.
He shows me what
Yeah.
goes on.
And it's
Almost as bad as Jersey driving.
oh my god, no, because
Jersey.
everybody's used to driving in nice,
Perfect, beautiful
dry,
weather.
beautiful weather, and you get a little bit of rain,
And they still
and people
drive like
still think they
idiots.
can go 75
But
to
that,
95
we got
miles
that
an
out
hour.
here. People are dumbasses.
Yeah.
No,
People
but
are
out,
stupid.
no,
Yeah.
but out here you figure, okay, we can do this more. Out there, no, it's what.
Can you imagine if they got like
I
a
caught
foot of
them.
snow?
It took me 3.5 hours
Dude,
to
they'd
get to
be
work.
buried for like
Yeah.
2 months.
Remember?
Yeah.
3.5 hours it
Melt
took me to
away.
work.
Yeah,
once.
true.
And I hear it every time he's late for work. Every time he's in traffic coming home.
3.5
I have to hear it
hours.
because he
Took
calls
me to
me.
get to work on a drive that usually take me, on a good day, 35 minutes. On a regular day, right
Never
around
had a good day.
45 minutes to 55 minutes. That day took me 3.5 hours because just a little bit of sprinkle, and everybody was just fucking wipe it out.
Move out here.
I was pissed. I was so pissed.
This isn't. Like my buddy just moved. He's just outside of Phoenix, and he's saying he'd never move back here though because of the weather. The weather out here blows, man. Let's face it.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
The winners.
The winners.
Oh my god,
I love
hate
the
winters.
seasons though.
No,
Like, I love
everybody that I know who
Have
has
the
come out
seasons.
here, we've all said to a T, we all love the seasons because they're seasons.
Yeah.
Our season
sometimes.
is no.
Sometimes, yeah.
Our
One
season
season.
is sun and rain.
We-
That's our seasons.
Yeah.
There's no, okay, so the sun gets a little bit colder, or during the year, but it's sun and rain. And rain is right now, far,
You don't get it.
far here and there, whatever. But that's it.
How
We
bad
don't.
is how do you see wildfires out there?
Yeah.
Fuck, California's hell, man. California's going to be a floating island of hell.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
know what?
Half on
But
fire,
it's not as
half
bad
dry.
as it's bad when they point out, oh, everything's on fire, and no, it's not always like that. I mean, because a lot of that time, most of that, the ones who you hear, oh, the houses were burned, because those fuckers were told, you don't want to live out there because, you know, it's a high fire.
That's a high fire.
Oh, no, we're going to live here anyway. Fuck it, you're on your own there. And those are the ones who get caught. You know, but you know, what you don't ever hear,
That's why they
you know,
don't
Los
get a lot
Angeles
of
is
rain.
completely on fire. You won't hear that. You know, all that stuff, we can see it. You know, sometimes the
And that's
ashes-
just the city.
Yeah. But no, I mean, it's not as, they make it bigger than what it is.
Well, that's what the news does. But let's face it, you guys got a lot more shitty weather than we do.
Shitty.
Like deadly weather.
Not really. I mean,
Bullets and shit like that.
yeah, that,
Well,
yeah,
come
that's,
on, Philadelphia, come on. It's not.
but when
like
it comes to
that.
weather, the reason why it's so expensive to live out there is because you're paying for the weather. The weather out there is a big part of why you're paying that extra $150,000 on the house, or you know why you have to pay that horrible sales tax of, I think we're at 11. We're the highest.
Sales tax is
Worst tax in the
11%.
country.
We're the highest sales tax, and we're like,
Worst.
yeah.
I mean, if I'm going to move out that way, here's what I'd do. I'd move to Arizona and then visit California.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Then
a lot
you have a
people
chance of not
A lot
dying.
of people have left California and they go to all the surrounding states.
That the
Because California has some, I mean,
the
crazy
taxes
ass
aren't
liberals.
bad. The taxes aren't bad in Arizona. And you know what else? From the point I was looking at near Phoenix, it literally is like 3 hours to like El Paso. It's like 3 hours
It's a
to.
good-
See, here's the funny thing about Arizona. Arizona, let's start with Phoenix. If you go from that point south,
It's hot as hell.
It's all hot, it's all
I
desert.
know, yeah.
You go
North, it gets
and
cold.
it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
You would think you're at a certain parts of California and
Are you
like,
saving the
wow,
bottles?
but it's
Right.
You're
beautiful.
gonna take the bottles home, right?
Are you saving them or?
Do you want me to leave some beers here?
Yeah.
And I'll just, I'll take some of the empties and stuff and
But-
leave you the ones that you guys want, and I'll just take the ones you don't want, probably, unless you like the sour, didn't you?
Yeah,
I'll leave the beers, man.
we don't need to, I mean,
It's not
depending
that
on what
many.
we want. I don't,
You know, but no, I mean, there's some things when we've told people, would you live in Philadelphia? No, I love it out there. I love the East Coast. But I told them when snow season comes around, I will be like a hermit. You won't see me for 5 months. I'm just gonna call the market and say, this is what I need you to deliver to my house.
And that's the other thing, listen, that's the other thing about RVing. If you don't like the winter,
you just keep driving.
you
Bill.
drive to the
Yeah,
south.
Exactly.
And
You plan out your,
Yep.
your,
I'm dead. I'm dead
Yep.
serious. You want to go to
Yeah.
Maine?
Oh, I
Make sure
know.
it's July.
Exactly.
Make sure and you have the beautiful weather up there.
you can
mean-
plan it out, yeah.
I mean, when we're out there and we're seeing you guys are getting, 10 inches, 12, 14, 90 feet of snow.
I know you guys would die with the foot of
No,
snow.
we're out there, we're like, why they, and I hear from my friends, why would people live out there? And they're like, I go, you know what, they're used to it. That's the lifestyle that they know.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like, saying, when they see, like you, they see our fires, or why would people live out? They're used to it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what
You like
they
the
know.
tornadoes in the Midwest and
Yeah.
all that. Hurricanes down in Florida.
Yeah.
You just know what to do and you get used to it.
But over there, they go, what would you do in a hurricane? No idea. Tornado, no idea. Unless you, like, for example, when I lived in Kentucky, they said, this is what you do. So I'm used to it. I know.
Right.
But out there, you tell them, they're like,
That's another one, Florida. That's a finger that's going to get ripped right off the United States.
see, that's one state I'll never visit. And
You got to, though.
because
It's so beautiful there.
I-
The visit is beautiful. I wouldn't want to live there.
I don't
we-
have
we
anything,
all
to
live
be honest,
there.
I don't want to have anything to do with Florida. I don't want to
Why?
go drive through it. I don't want
Why?
to fly. I just don't care for it. That's one
Here's a guy
state-
living in freaking Earthquake Central and he's
I know,
afraid
over
to go into
Florida.
Florida.
No, not
Florida's
afraid.
safer
It's
than
just-
California.
It's just,
Yeah.
I don't care for Florida. I just, something about this state just,
Have you ever been
like,
there?
no, don't have, nothing about it interests me.
Really?
At all. Not one bit.
That's like me with a lot of the Midwest stuff. I really could care less about the Midwest.
I mean, I go anywhere else in the country, any other state, except that one. I just, no.
Florida's beautiful.
I won't have nothing to do with it.
So
at all.
no, the weather's always. It was so funny when Holly and I moved down. They could tell we were from the north because, like, it gets into it's like 58 or like 60. People are wearing their sweaters. and
I know,
shit.
yeah, you're like,
I'm walking around in my shorts. They're like, "Are you crazy?" I'm like, "Are you crazy?"
Yeah, you got
you know,
park on. It's 60 degrees.
Well, that's how they get. That's when that's their time that they bring out their other clothes.
Yeah.
That's what they. They don't ever get to wear them. So, and I always thought that was funny. I'll tell you. The other thing Florida's terrible at. Listen,
Voting.
what?
Voting.
Yeah, that too. But
Jury selection.
The old people. down
Oh, everybody retired and moved to Florida.
there. Gosh. You talk about the old people in Florida, man. Woo. I saw more drivers with no headlights on at night in Florida because they it's terrible. And there's almost like no inspection, so you could be riding around the frickin' Beverly Hillbillies.
Oh,
mobile.
it's falling apart.
It's so bad. It is bad down there like that.
Yeah, those. Going back to that snow, I remember when I think 3 years ago, you guys were going through some horrible snow.
Oh yeah.
And I remember I took a picture of this damn, because I worked near the beach, of a damn seagull on the post, and it was bright and sunny. And I said it to, I put it on my Facebook, and I go, man, it sure sucks shoveling all this sun. You know, but one of my friends commented on the damn seagull. He goes, that seagull just, he has that look to him like he could care less about anything. So what's up, Kenny?
Yeah, I got to get trucking. But
Yeah, he's got to go, and let's wrap this up.
yeah.
Wrap it up.
We're going to
Wrap
be
it up.
finished.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up because we're wrapping it up,
It's a long show.
and we'll take it back
Sometimes.
into
This was probably
the
a longer one.
yeah, we'll take it back into the
Back cave.
Bat Cave, Fortress of Solitude.
That's what I think with all the Superman stuff you have. It's more the Fortress
Yes.
of Solitude.
Well, he has the Bat Cave.
Oh, you have the back.
I'm more Batman.
I have the Fortress
Yes.
of Solitude.
I'll be
Definitely.
Aquaman.
You'll-
So,
Okay, you
No.
are Aquaman. So, yeah, Bob, thanks for coming
Yeah,
out,
man.
dude.
this has been great.
Yeah,
This
it's
has
been a lot
been
of fun. Really good meeting you, Lou.
Likewise.
Awesome.
Yeah, looking
Lots
forward to maybe seeing you guys or seeing
Yeah.
you again for sure.
me, not him.
Yeah.
Probably
We're
see you
sending.
again.
We're shipping.
I usually
him
come
out.
out here around once every other year.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, he was here 2 years, exactly 2 years
Yeah,
ago.
because the cobbler.
The Facebook memories
Oh,
kept
we're
popping
up this week.
and it was all from
This
his
time.
last visit.
Nice.
His last
Did you
visit.
take a picture of the Wawa?
Yes.
Yes,
in fact,
we will
in fact,
be.
I got a copy of my Wawa to take back home and
Oh.
to show to the masses what they're missing.
We'll
It's
be getting
awesome.
him out in front of the Wawa and getting a nice, good picture of,
That's right.
of him.
Hmm.
But yeah, dude, thanks for coming out. Thanks for bringing all the beer.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was fun.
excellent.
And,
It
the
was
different
really fun
kinds.
trying it. Yeah.
And not only just bringing different kinds of beer, but explaining all of them and telling us about them and the background. It was great. I mean,
Yeah.
Especially the India, the IPA.
yeah,
IPA,
that was
That
was
was
cool.
interesting.
Never knew that.
Yeah.
And then all the cool names, all these cool words you're using.
Yeah, and it was cool. Like, I mean, we liked some, they didn't like some, they
Right.
liked others, we didn't like. It was good. It was a good mix.
Yeah, that's why there's so many different beers. Like I said, you know, somebody's gonna like one.
Yeah, and
It was a good mixture, especially,
Yeah.
like I said, now I can tell people I've had a peanut beer.
yes,
You know.
and that was damn good.
Yeah.
I liked it.
And you
It was
didn't
good.
even like blow up or nothing. Like you didn't have any
Well, no. The
anaphylactic
allergies
shock.
have, it's like it's very mild, and I think it's something that's I've
His
been
butt blows up.
getting
It's-
into.
It's like hemorrhoids he starts getting.
Like when he eats a burrito, his butt just boom. But it's been a pleasure, man.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
Anytime we have a party, you're invited back.
I love
Please.
that. That's great,
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just come hang out.
They just want me
This
to
is
bring
what we do.
beer.
You know, and it's like what we've said before. You know, we don't have, we may have guests, but by the end we have friends.
We have
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
we've had a lot of our guests
show
come to
up.
the party, weeks, months after they were,
Right.
spoken
guess.
to, and they're friends. Like, we are one of our official sponsors, Dave
Dave Ebersol.
Eversol, and he's been awesome. I mean,
He's a comic book guy. He was the first guy that we interviewed at a Comic Con,
Uh-huh.
and
yeah.
they were just here last week.
unofficial. Well, he's official.
Unofficial.
At that time, he was unofficial,
Yeah.
but now he's official.
Dax Christopher, he's an official sponsor because he does a board game. He designed his own board game.
Oh, gotcha.
Met him at a Comic Con. He sent us
Yeah.
the board games
Right.
and T-shirts, and like we see him at different Comic Cons. We hang out. Our friends from
Color World.
Color World, Brad and Rachel.
Unofficial sponsor. number
Unofficial,
3.
yes. We met them at a Comic Con, interviewed them, and we check in with them on the show once in a while. And
Because
they
they do the RV thing. They go to different parts
They
of the
live in
country.
an RV.
Going to conventions.
with their
With
four kids.
under the
And they-
age of like
Yeah,
7.
That's
they've been
awesome.
traveling the country,
That's really
selling
cool.
their books and doing a phenomenal job. And they were here a couple weeks ago.
And we're supposed to meet
4
Brad
weeks ago. Yeah.
on Saturday.
Saturday we're gonna meet both of them.
No, he got back to me. He said only him because his wife is going to another convention.
That bitch.
He
You're a
said that.
bitch.
He said it, and I mean,
F you, Rachel.
Oh yeah.
but they're great. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
like we
They're
said,
great, yeah.
everybody we've met, you know, that we've had on the show.
Have become friends.
Yeah.
And we hang out.
You know, even our good friend Eric Altman, he does
Bigfoot guy.
the Bigfoot guy, and he's been on the show various times. Even when we've called him, hey, can you get on the show real quick to talk about? Yeah, and he comes on. He's been
Yeah.
awesome. You know, he's even told us, you know, giving us some tidbits on the show.
Yeah,
So,
that's cool.
It's been good.
because he has his own show.
All right, stop talking.
Shut
Just
up.
Let it go.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna get in trouble.
Nah, my wife's not like that, but it's just a drive.
Yeah.
All right.
You get a long drive.
So,
All right. So
Yeah.
let's sign off.
Yeah, man.
And well, we can sign up pretty quick. We can just
Yeah.
say we'll take it back up to the office
Yeah.
and
Tomorrow.
torture us in the back cave
Yeah.
tomorrow. Okay. So. All right.
Peter's
bye.
in.
Night.
Night.
Bye-bye.
There you go.
It's all.
We're done.
Come on, Joey.
You shut up.
You shut up.
You're the bitch.
Now.
Hate you.
I hope you.